Good afternoon, and welcome back to The Siege, or good morning, good evening, welcome back. How you all doing, folks? Hello, 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 hello. Oh, no, I did the... Give me a second here. Screwed up again. You know me. I can switch to live here. You don't see much right now. That's okay. Because I touched the... Yeah, I touched the lens. Also, why is it like... What did I just do? That's more like it. Give me a second here, chat. I'm a professional streamer. I do this for a living. Hashtag not judge. Nope. That's the wrong one. I think that's okay. Yeah. But why is it still... Okay, give me a second here. It's still like... That was better. I think. Why is it so... a weird angle? All the things she said... we will make do. Hello, everyone. Hello. It is Thursday. Yes. We are packed. We have GoGo Town in the first half of the stream, and then we are switching over to Warhammer 40K Total War, the Alpha Strike live stream, where we are talking about range combat. And I find that absolutely hilarious. Like, I talked about this yesterday, but I made a video a few months ago about the range combat in the Total War games, and in particular in Warhammer. And I said we have to address the elephant here because, don't get me wrong, I think the range combat is completely fine in the Total War series for what it is meant. But it is not fine for a game where 70% of the combat will be fought in range. Right? There is a distinct difference if I have to simulate a few archers and maybe a few cannons now and then in a game, or if I have a game with snipers, LMGs, SMGs, ARs, tanks, artillery, like everything, right? There is a little bit of difference between, let's say, a medieval combat game and a like World War II combat game when it comes to like the weaponry. Right. And that is exactly what's going on in Warhammer 40K. And people were not happy about that. They didn't want to talk about the elephant in the room. They were like, no, Total War is fine. I also have to admit, it's rather interesting. I was looking at why ever I did that, but I was looking at my numbers, especially for the mole on the management channel. And ass. Sorry. It's not meant to be a downer. Well, it is a downer, but not like no. I was looking at the numbers and I was like, wow, my numbers are ass. And especially my thumbnails are ass, or my titles, or I need to be more clickbaity. That's the problem. That's like kind of what annoys me so much on YouTube is I always hear people bitching about the clickbait, right? Always hearing about bitching about like a certain type of thumbnail. And I agree because it's also what annoys me. The problem is that generates clicks. Like people clicking it. Like so yeah, unfortunately, like what I also realized is my last big game, well, actually no, my last big game where I had actually quite a bit of live streams about, where I had quite a bit of videos about, and where I would say that the community was there, was Timberborn, which is insane when you think about it. How long it has been? When was I played the last time Timberborn on the 1st of April. Like, huh. So that means in the last, what, 3 months, we didn't really get strategy games. Like, what is going on? Like, I've been looking at my release calendar and all that for strategy games, and I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Like, for a year where we had a tremendous amount of strategy games to be released, nothing really happened. Like, we had a few releases at the beginning of the year, and then it just fizzled out. It just completely fizzled out. And now we're done with the first half of the year, and we are now in the second half of the year. And where are my strategy games at? This was not supposed to happen. By the way, my Mole RP channel, on the other hand, is doing pretty decent, and I have to do more Power World. I just figured that out. Apparently, Power World videos are in demand now. And now that they have been going through the big channels, now the small channels are getting a little bit of a spotlight, and mine is one of them. Yay! Hey, I take what I can get, okay? I take what I can get. So it seems like we will do some more Power World very soon. Maybe even tomorrow. We will see. We will see. But nonetheless, where are my strategy games at? You promised me strategy games. I got betrayed again. I got betrayed. No, seriously, there were tons of strategy games supposed to come out, and unfortunately, a ton of strategy games did not come out, which is kind of shitty. I think that is my biggest problem. Why am I telling you all of this? I just like to talk about this kind of stupid stuff. I know for a lot of people, it's like, what do I care? You make content, I enjoy content, like, figure it out. Yeah, I know. I do. I do. No, but like, um, I need some evergreens, man. I I think I really, really have to find some evergreen strategy, management, building games, whatever. Just go back to whenever things are not as great when it comes to strategy game releases. And I have to figure that out. I have to figure that out. Hmm. How do I figure that out? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just living here. I'm just working here. I'm working here. No, like there was a lot. Let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. This is my Steam wish list. Now, this is not a completely comprehensive list of games I check out and play and all that. Let's not like think too much about it. But it's a pretty decent. Yeah, okay, right? So we have Transport Tycoon by the creator of DayZ. I know that sounds weird. Out of the Rail. Kind of curious about that. Aurora, I don't even know when that is ever coming out. I have absolutely no clue. Leechcraft, coming soon. Okay, that is actually coming out, but this is not a strategy game. This is just for me and my RPG thingy I need. You know, Power Play. I'm actually kind of curious about this. Think about Factorio slash Satisfactory with Command and Conquer. And if you're not like, what? Yeah. So basically, you automate your whole resource production. Like you're doing the whole automate your resources, yada, 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 do your mining and all that. And then you're building armies with that, what you were producing. And then it's Command and Conquer style. So that is coming out in next week. We will definitely check that out. And then, of course, the biggest game for me is Corsair Cove. As you know, we played the demo, and I can't wait. I tried to get some early access to it. Unfortunately, because of the performance in the last few months of my channel, the reality is that Hooded Horse told me, "We love you, Mole, very much, but no. I will get a key for release. That's very nice and generous of them. But unfortunately, no early access. So we have to wait. But we like when that game is coming out, the next few days, maybe even weeks, this will be the game. And maybe Power Play, depending on how much I like it. But prepare your butts. Like next week, Friday, that's it. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Yup. Iron Nest, fun as it is, that's a me game. That's a no channel game. I might do some live streams if I'm really bored, but yeah, whatever. Ledgerbound, nah, that's a me game. I really just clicked it for the boobies. I actually like the writing, the strategy, turn based they are doing. They are not showing it in a short trailer here, but there is actually some really cool like tactical XCOM style turn based combat and all that with really good looking characters. I like the art style, and I was like, yeah, hit me. Witch's Bakery. That's a me game. That's a me game. Has nothing to do with strategy games. Dungeon Settlers was fun. I don't know how long and all that, but that was kind of fun. Warhammer Dawn of War 4. Um, I I don't know. Something something is still missing. I don't know what it is. Something doesn't hype me up yet. And that freaking sucks. I'm a huge Warhammer 40K fan. I love the previous Dawn of War games, but I feel like, especially like 2 was already meh for me, and 3 was just a disaster. So I have 2 out of 3 games which have been. I know this is a completely new developer who is now taking up the mantle of Dawn of War. Um, I will see. Hey, maybe I'm absolutely loving and devouring the game, and I will just tell myself what a big fat idiot I am. Um, so yeah, we'll see. The Guild. Well, that has been postponed into September. We will see if they will postpone it again, but it was good. I actually enjoyed it. But that is September. Amberville is Mole RP. That has nothing to do with management. Nope. Fantastic Haven. Maybe. Maybe. Whenever that is coming out. Same goes Let's Build a Dungeon. Doesn't have a release date. Frostrail. Again, that's a mole RP game at best, and not for this channel. Arcane Eats. That's a me game. Wenderberg, same thing. Tropical. Man. Okay. Okay. Look. I really like, we have only a gameplay teaser, right? And that's cool. Why the hell are they doing this? What is this with the German? Okay, it's a German company. I allow them. I allow them the German trailer. I allow them the German trailer. It's a German company. But the last thing we heard about was the multiplayer update. The multiplayer is not coming at release, and that was in May this year. I'm really hoping that at Gamescom, like, we will get hit with the gameplay. Like, we better get hit with a lot of gameplay regarding Tropico 7, because apparently this game is still coming out this year. I don't see it, but it's apparently still due for this year. Ormod as Mole RP, Heroes Hour 2, probably. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's a fantastic Heroes of Might and Magic game. War Dogs, that's Mole RP at best. It's actually just a ChaosMole pew pew battlefield game. I know those. I need those games now and then. Capital Command, I have to see. Still, it's apparently coming out this year. Yeah, right. Stronghold 4, played the demo, didn't like it at all. I hope I will be wrong, and the actual early access version of the game will be fantastic. But whatever I played there in the demo was just boring as shit. So, but that is coming out at some point this year. Country of Fortune, same thing. Don't know when. Awesome. Again, Mole RP stuff, Mole RP. This could be Mole RP slash actually Mole under management, but they have now postponed it into March 2027. Game of Thrones. This looks actually really cool. This looks really, really cool, but that also now has been postponed into 2027. So Outward 2, well, also 2027. That's Mole RP. Machine for those games are out. I haven't really had the time to look at them. This is just me, Dorf. I don't know when Dorf is playable. I don't know. This is all like, yeah, when it comes out, it comes out. Dino Lord was fun. I just don't know if I will enjoy it. Yeah, this is all like mole RP stuff at best. Not this one, but we still don't have a release date. Like, yeah. Substructure, same thing here. Same thing here. Definitely not coming out this year. Architect of Ruin, man, also not coming out this year. Too many games which are not coming out this year, and I am not okay with that. Oh, by the way, folks, if The Legend of California still should come out this year, I would no life that game a bit. Yeah, I really had to hold myself back in the last alpha test. And I know that's Mole RP channel, but oof, I will no life that game. Oh yeah, Curse of Resthaven. Yeah, that's a Mole RP game, if I ever saw one. Still looking forward to it. Funny enough, this is by the people who made Lil Guardsman, which I absolutely adored. If you were looking for a bit like what's it called? Damn it. It's a bit like Monkey Island meets Papers, Please. There we go. Monkey Island meets Papers, Please. And it is freaking hilarious. It is so, so good. Like, really good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And you should check it out. But yeah, there's a new game coming from them, which is quite different. Quite different. It's very dark. Wow, it looks fantastic. What else do we have? Yeah, as you can see here, there's so many games which are just not coming out this year. I sucks. Freaking sucks. TLDR, I need games. I need games, man. Anything else I have to talk about, really? I know I've been on and on about just me issues. Thinking about... Do I have anything else? Minesweeper? Yes. Thanks, Gory. Thanks. The boomer area is over there. No, I think we have covered everything. I think we have covered everything. And hello, Gory. Anything else going through my head right now? I don't think so. Again, not much going on. Still summer break in the gaming industry. Everyone is gearing up for Gamescom, which is coming up in a month. So that's the thing. Then there's BlizzCon. We might actually watch that if I don't have anything better to do. It's kind of weird. I do have a few things to do this month, but August itself is such a dead month still, for me at least. There's not really much to do. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see what is up on next. The new PoE season starts on Friday. Lovely, have fun. Oh yeah, Tears of Metal. It's out. But that's not really what I'm looking for. Um, I was thinking about Aqua Park Tycoon. I might actually give that a chance. Maybe we are checking it out tomorrow. You know, fits for the summer. Fits for the summer. Anything else? Let me see. It's really nothing till next week. Really nothing. The Jeff Bezos simulator is coming out next week. And Steam thinks that's exactly the game I need to play. Not quite sure why, but okay. Not necessarily on my EHA list. Yeah, next week we have a little bit of games. But that's the problem. Those games have to carry us for a very, very long time. Holy shit. Like, the more I'm looking at this release calendar, August is just busted. And then September is busted, but the other way around. Yeah. Holy shit. I don't even want to talk about September yet. September is just absolutely busted. Huh. Huh. Damn, man. Solitaire. Never a fan. All right. Well, seems like I'm done with the talkie talk. Let's play some video games because we have another what 2 hours before we are switching over to Warhammer 40K. Oh yeah, I have to deactivate the music. I have to deactivate the music. Unfortunately, even with the streamer mode, there is a music in the game which is not streaming friendly. And it came up quite a bit yesterday. So no music. As much as that sucks. But yeah, I had like 4, 5 like copyright things. I was like, ooh, well, that fucking sucks. Ah, here we are again. Look at me. Look at me. Yes. I'm still absolutely freaked out by everything. I think we need a bit more wood and stone and stuff. Okay, let's get some more resources before we are really opening this up again. Yoink, yoink. There we go. Well, no, because Prison Architect is not out. The second one in 3D. So it cannot be it. The game also never comes out, I think. From a developer who only was there to change a few things up, to finish performance and all that. And now it has been what? Ooh. 2 years? Kinda crazy. I do admit my clothes with the orange looks a little bit like I was just escaping prison. I do admit that is something which definitely came to mind. Get this is up and running. Oh, we have to... Let's hose it. Yes, and that's a dinosaur. That is a dinosaur. This is Chomper. His arms are so tiny that he got some grapplers. And he's now using his grapplers together with his arms. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. He's just, you know, he's doing what he can. I don't think that's cosplay. I think that's a real dinosaur. I am pretty sure that's a real dinosaur right here. I mean, we have trolls and ogres and stuff, so I wouldn't put it past the game if he is actually a real dinosaur. Holy pop. Alright. I think we are good, chat. Oh, there it is. Heck yeah. Okay. Well, we are open for business again. Let's do this. Yeah, I definitely have to, I got some new clothes. Let's have a look. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, maybe I wanna move this somewhere else because that's a bit unfortunate. That's better. That's better. Clothes. What? Oh no, let's colorize the clothes. Hey! Our challenge is complete. Arr! A bowler hat? No, I'm not. Oh yeah, the influencer hat. Now that you were mentioning it, I need that. Yes, good sir. I understand. Oh, train is coming. It looks good. That looks better, I guess. And let's be lazy. There we go. Baggy pant. Yeah, I look. Oh, it's this dude. Controller. Oh, congratulations on the winning village bracket of the Top Town tournament. On behalf of the Top Town tournament, I present you with this gift. New stuff. Oh, the Timbers has set up shop. Okay, let me see what you got. What is this? 200? Okay, we take this. I don't have 200. Well, shoot. Okay, we have to hire some people. Jasmine, what do you got? What do you got, Jazz? 50 ego. Don't have that. Come back later. Shoot. Okay. Sandra, what do you want? I don't know, coins. Welcome to the team. I need people. I need so many people. What do you want? You want a grapple ride. Got that, Felicity. Bye, Felicia. Okay, we got that. We got new people. Super happy. And we got new stuff. What did we got? Ooh, wooden barrier. Hey, some 8 stripe. Heck yeah. There we go. They only get that for the beginning of the town. The rest, survival of the fittest. Dumpster. Oh, heck yeah. Bam. Who doesn't love it to sit next to a dumpster? Okay, let me fix that a little bit. Okay, that's a bit You. Let's not let them sit next to a dumpster here. Oh boy, yeah, we have a problem with dirt. I think we can now automate it, which is definitely something we should do. Let me see. Let me see. I think we could, right? Wasn't it like... Where was it? No. God damn it, chat. Where was it? Under. Was not dressing. Health? Definitely not. Relaxation? No. Huh? Town services? Of course. Maintenance offers. Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. Wait, why can't I build it there? What's his problem? Is something here? Let me see if I can repaint this. Like that? Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, that worked. It doesn't like whatever this stone surface is. Okay, what do we need for this? 3 more planks. We need metal ingots now. Alright. Well, let's go mining. Sorry. I'm a very busy businessman. Okay, so... I think we need a smelter, right? Let's see. Mining. Yes. Buy one. Damn it. Set a recipe. Boom. Metal ingots. Let's do some mining for the metal ingots. Yes. Yes. A cropolite? Oh, it's just... Coprolite. It's a poop. We found a poop. Fantastic. We found poop. Oh. Great excavation. There we go. Rain is not arriving. Nice. And to answer everyone's question, I see popping up quite often, yes, you can play this game in co-op. I think up to 4 players. What? I think it's up to 4 players. Which is pretty neat. Output for... Oh, okay. I needed that anyways, thank you very much. And now we need some planks, which apparently we are not producing really anymore. What is... No, we do. Okay. Lucky you, I was this close to fire you. Okay. What the... We got a ferry? Hey, Pris. Oh. Oh, we have found it. That's what we found there. Awesome. Well, apparently Pris is now part of our member club ship in the town. Fantastic. Tree swing. Sorry. Let's build this. Let's go. Ta-da! Yay! Alrighty. So we have to set somebody up for this. That would be mean with the short hands. Actually, he would be pretty good at picking up dirt, right? Let's do Chomper. Chomper looks... Yeah, look at... Wow, he grew long hands. What happened? He just grew long arms. What? It's not... good for you, Chomper? Alright. I'm not complaining. Clean that up. And potatoes. Wasn't there... wasn't there a food stall which could do something with potatoes, like fish and chips? Were you able to do fish and chips? No. No. You were not doing fish and chips, but you need some food soon, my friend. Let me get that for you. Yoink. We need the bottom mushroom. Button. Not bottom. That's something else. And the go nut. Okay, there we go. Some food again. Okay, let me see. What can we now? Can we now build? Oh yeah, we can now do a trinket shop, right? We don't have a trinket shop. Oh no, we do. This one is the trinket shop. So wait, that's it? Okay, what else did we got? That's apparently it. Okay, we have to upgrade anyways. We have to upgrade. There we go. Tech tree. Oh, there's the fish and chip shop. Yo! Hello, vagabond. Poutine. All the poutine. Yeah, there's the fish and chip shop. And the book nook. Mining and forestry. Oh, fishing automation. And farming automation. I need that. Yes. Give me that. Give me that. Especially if we want to start our fish and chip production here. You guessed it. We need somebody doing that job, because I'm not doing the fishing. I'm definitely not doing the fishing, man. That is not happening. No. I'm not getting paid enough for that bullshit. Well, we could have our wolf do the fishing, huh? Why can't I build that here? Oh. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Maybe, Mo. Maybe the problem is... Oh, this is shallow water, right? I think shallow water doesn't work. Let me see. If I am doing like this... Or maybe it does? Let me see. Hey! Okay, now we have to automate this. How are you doing, Vagabond? Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Automate fishing. There we go. And the wolf is our fisher. Oh, we can't. Can't. Because we do not have the houses. We need some apartments. Apartment sounds lovely. Yes. Oh my god, so many people want to join us. The freaking tent here. I have to move the dude, man. I have to move the dude. He's still living in the tent while everyone else is living in the housing. It's kind of awkward. Okay. Also, we need street and some houses. You know what? Let's do that right now. Let's do that right now before I'm just like, ignoring that whole problem again. Oh. Oh. That's a bit awkward. Well, it still works here. Interesting. I think the game doesn't like that. Yeah. That's more like it. Okay. Actually, no. No. Oh, they cost money. Oh, I'm screwed. They cost money. It's fine. We are rich, bitch. It's fine. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. I'm stuck. Wow, this is the first time, I am... Oh, there we go. Just had to wiggle it a little bit. We need 8 planks and 6 metal ingots in total. Damn. Doing good. Chilling. Then remembered yesterday was 6 years. 6 years? What was 6 years? I hope I'm not finding out that you are now 6 years old and I have to ban you. Oh, 6 years since Mixer shut down. Why are you bringing this up? Why are you like this? Huh? What have we ever done to you? I'm over it now. That's like, yeah. Happens. And at some point, it will be 10 years, and then... You know. Where's my car? Hey, dude, where's my car? Fun fact, I've never watched that movie. Oh yeah, like don't get me wrong, I mean my 10-year, just in a few weeks, my 10-year anniversary is coming up. So, take that as you will. That is far more frightening. Funny enough, I have been 6 years a content creator without Mixer and 4 years content creator on Mixer, and I would still say in the 4 years I was on Mixer, I had a better time in the 6 years without Mixer. Yeah, that's weird, but eh. Bonk. No. There we go. Ah, look at this. Houses. Nice. Now we just have to finish the road here. There we go. Okay, let's manage some people. 1, 2, 3, and now I can hopefully move this one out. Yep, because that looks just stupid. Baldo, you're moving in an apartment. Congratulations. Now this thing. I can store this. And now I can put an actual house here. Ta-da! I think there was endgame. Because there's also something going on outside and I'm not quite sure. Okay, we have to see. I don't know if Baldo stopped working because of that. No, he did not. Good for you, Baldo. Good for you. Okay. Now let's automate this shit. Pris, congratulations, you were the wolf, you were the fisher. I know that wolves love to fish, so do some fishing. But now we also automate the farm. Let's do this. Farm. Locking in. Who do we have? Fletch. Yes, Granny, let's go. I need those big round potatoes. You know? Biggest bo- okay. I don't need more potatoes. I need something else. Oh. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I can see why. Yeah. I mean, Microsoft has been doing the Microsoft thing again. We need... Oh my god, look at all the things we need from the farm. First, we need the fish and chips. Then we need a book and nook. Awesome. Okay, we need fish and chips, fish and chips, fish and chips. I want to put the fish and chips technically here. Okay, we have to do a few things. So first, we might have to do some changes here. There we go. What do we need? 2 more bricks, 2 more planks. Wait. I really have to take my cask with me. It's horrible. He needs food. That's the problem. Whoops, sorry. And I might actually have to farm some because it's too slow. Yes. Did you even build the... No, I need to get the stuff. What do you think I'm doing here? What? You're not... I'll show you that in a second. I show you that in a second. You're not directly choosing, hey, what you want to build. That's not how this works. What do we need? 2 or 3? I have completely forgotten about it. Damn it. Let's take 3 with us. Doesn't go bad. You know. I'm full. Oh yeah, the thunder is outside. Lol. That explains it. No, let me show you how this works. So I need the materials, of course. Duh. But oh, we only needed 2. Well, again, we will find a solution for that. And what you're building here, it's just a skeleton. There's nothing in there. See? Just the outside skeleton. There's nothing in there. And now you were choosing what you were putting actually into the shop, right? So now we can use the fish and chip. Bam. And now we are setting a worker with Louis. Sounds like somebody. And we want... Oh, we need paper ream. Crab, deep sea cutlet. Wow. I don't have yum grease, crab. Okay, bit of problem. Where do we get the paper ream from? Oh, I know where from. I remember. I need tier 2 forestry, right? I think you need tier 2 forestry. No, wait. Was it? I think it did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one I want. Also, before I forget, because this dude, yeah, needs food. There we go. I need to automate this at some point when I can. Unfortunately, I do not have the ability yet. So I think, wait, can I change it here? Oh yeah, I can change it here. So Whoops. Didn't even need the tier 2 upgrade. Oh well. Is what it is. Need paper. Tons of paper. And we need more wood. What the? No, not really, boss. But cool. He is trying to sell the outskirt, but that was super expensive, I think. There's some papers. Need more though. Much more. Yeah, let me see. How much does it cost? How much do you want? He doesn't have a bridge. Yeah, 1,000 coins. Yeah, no. I really don't have 1,000 coins. Yet. And I'm also not running out of space yet. So I'm like, kinda okay? Yes. Give me all the trees. Okay. Bonk. Yeah, that should be enough paper. There we go. Oh, I think we are full. Awkward. Let's get the, Okay, what do we want recipe-wise? We want... Well, we can do the Octoverse sausage. Lol. But we need spices for that. Shoot. I don't really... Fish, potato, paper. You know what? Let's just focus on one thing for now. Let's just focus on one thing right now. That's okay. I think that's too much paper. Now we need fish and potatoes. Oh, he can also Yeah, this is the Octoverse. I don't... We need fish. Yes. And we need potatoes. Oh wow, we also sold all our potatoes. Damn. Let me do this. It's just... We have enough potatoes here in storage. So we can actually just sell some potatoes. There we go. How's the saying going? Wait, we have 2 cars now? Oh, I'm confused. Yeah, how's the saying going? The dumbest moles have the fattest potatoes? Is that what I've heard? Alright. That should be enough. Fish and chips. Oh yeah, look at that. Mmm. Mmm. I have to automate all this shit. When do we get the ability to automate transportation? Let me see. I think with tier 3. I think when we reach tier 3. Yep. Noodle bar. Very important juice bar. I don't know what that is. Subway. Farming zone. Yeah, the game is definitely counting on me expanding it quite a bit. But we have still so much room. Look at this. I don't even see a reason to expand right now. Like, what is that? What the? Phone home? Well, entry tourist for aliens? Oh no. Hello, fellow human. Consumed any... Oh. Yes. We have now an alien working for us. I mean, Iron Hummin. Hello, fellow human. I'm totally human. Build 5 apartments. I don't have that yet. Okay. Apparently we have now aliens, and he is totally a human. I mean, look at the beard. Look at the beard and the mustache. Totally human. Yeah. Totally human. Ooh. Okay, let's clean this up. I think it will be time to clean up this area and prepare whatever we want to prepare here. A Black Prince? Kiara? Siada? I don't know what that is. Looks like a bug. Yeah, we would definitely extend here. Lovely. Had to sneeze. I don't really know what I want to do here, to be honest. Oh, could we? I wonder. Ooh, I will definitely try some stuff here. So, the next thing. What do we need, by the way? We need also tourist desire objects. 11 out of 20. Well. Tourist desires. Oh, we can do something there. There we go. And some swings, you know, just cause. What do we need for that? Oh, wood frames. Oh, we need the new thingy. We need the new thingy, chat. You know, the thingy. The new fabricator. See? That was the term. Oh boy. Okay, the planks. Wait, why am I full? Am I full? Huh? How late is it? Oh. In an hour, folks, we will switch over to Warhammer 40K, by the way. You're like, what? Yup. They have a Warhammer 40K Total War live stream coming up. The Alpha Strike live stream, where they are apparently talking a little bit about range combat. Also show some actual gameplay. Like actual gameplay. And we'll watch that together. Yeah. Yoink. Oh. No. My recipe is not fiber boards, but wood frame. We need wood frames. And we need some floof. Let me see. How much floof was that? I think we needed 2 wood frames, right? Right? Yeah. Wait, didn't I use a car to get here? Did I really walk here? I'm walking here. I did walk here. There we go. Nice. We need some wood though for the dude. There we go. Oh, we use all the resources again. That's bad. Yeah, I have to... find a solution for that. That's bad. I think we have to fill the truck as much as possible. Nice. How much do we have here? Zilch. Oh, we have 3 mushrooms. Wow. Seems like we have to go underground here for a hot second. Found some mushrooms. Yeah, the moment I can automate this whole process, oh. Cave centipede, ew. Legendary. I found a bigger one already. Oh, no space. Oh well. That should be enough for now. Yeah, people really want that food, huh? Let me through. I have the resources. Okay, Una. Yes. You want a book and nook? That's exactly where I want you. You would be perfect for the book and nook. Okay. Seems like we have to get a book and nook. Okay. Let's build that. Right meow. Yes. Actually, let's build the book and nook over here. Yeah. Let's do that. This could be perfect. Good nook. Okay, what do we need? 2 more bricks, 2 more planks. Not quite. Quite. Okay, we need 1 more plank. Yoink. And 1 more brick. Wonderful. Yoink. Nope. Awesome. So now we can make this... Where's the book and nook? There it is. Okay, we need... Where is she? If you have left my town. I swear that the powers to be... I will curse you, witch. I think she has left the town. I think she actually left the town. What a witch! Unbelievable. Nope, there she is back. Okay, she took a turnaround. Good for her. Welcome to the town. Yes. Let's set her up. Oh yeah. Human. What is he selling? Hanging ivy? Yoink. What is this? Incel? Oh, a window. We take all of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is one. Oh, he's selling one for... Okay. Let me see. Recipes. A dirty Mac? We need a book. We need more paper reams for that. Okay, Una is not working on this. Paper is not really the problem. Whoops. Sorry. Oh yeah, we need some... Well, we actually have some papers here. Heck yeah. There we go. Okay, girl, here are your papers. Well, you need more, but I'm working on it. And now, we will actually beautify this. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. You can do all the things. I'm thinking to connecting this. I still don't know how exactly I want to do that. Let's see, what else do we have? Lights. Flower barrel. That sounds fantastic. Okay, what else? Nope. Nope. That's for indoors. All right. Yes. Wait, what do I need for that? I don't even know what I need for that. Oh. Oh, I only have 2? Oh, man. Oh, we don't have enough? I can fix that. There we go. Ah, look at this. Heck yeah. Freaking leaves. It's getting autumn in here. We have bridges? No, we don't have bridges yet, right? Yeah, this is where we get bridges. Heck yeah. Let's get bridges. And rest pack. Heck yeah. So how does the bridge work? Huh? Oh, that's not... Oh, there's a park swing. Oh, that's cool. Oh, looking at all the things. Oh yeah, we need a book stand here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Ah, bridges. Oh, this is a no, this would actually work. This would actually work. Okay. Oh, it's time to do that, I guess. Water. Why is that? What? Okay. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Where was the bridge? On the bridges. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, come on, lady. Yes. I think it will change. Oh, autumn tree. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And we need refined manner. Where the absolute hiccup. Pumpkin stack. Oh my god, we have to clear the leaves. Yes. Yes. Give it to me. Heck yeah. Okay. You know what? I've just decided we are changing things up here. It's pumpkin season in town. Absolute pumpkin season. Okay. Reshape this. Awesome. But where are my pumpkins? Huh? Pumpkins? Hello? Oh, there. Wow. Looking for that. Heck yeah. My first themed area looks fantastic. But wait a minute. I'm not done here. This. Can I? I'm thinking about if I'm making this also water. I think that's a bad idea. Maybe doing that. I don't have the money. I'd love to make it all like that. All of it. Yeah. You know, so people cannot fall in. You know, not that that ever would happen. Because we all know that humans are very careful. Very careful, yes. Alright. Yeah. Jazzed about this. Oh, Bale Reef. Ah. No. Oh. Just done with decorating here. I mean, we need one. So pretty, look at that. Just nailed it. What else do we have to do? We have to make more money from the market, and we have to reach a hamlet. Oh, what the? Agent Bubblegum. Okay. Okay. Potatoes! What is this? Oh. That makes sense. So, how are we looking on resources? You are missing something. What is it? Fish? What fish do we have? That's enough. So-so. Actually, pretty ass. Let's do some fishing. Apparently my fishing wolf is not very good at fishing. Damn it. Wolves, I tell you. I think that's not what I'm looking for. I think it's the one next to it. Yeah. I'm looking for this. Nope, that's a rubber duck. Okay, okay, cool. Not what I need. Ah. And now I have no space. And why are you not down? What? Someone is slacking here. Oh, because I have the fishing rod out. Yeah. Oh, we only have one fishing rod. That's probably also the problem here, huh? Yoink. Heck yeah. Okay, we need fish. Maybe I could make dirty magazines. Maybe I could make dirty magazines. Right? Because for the dirty magazines, I just need... Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely do some dirty mags. Giggity. I just need to get another press, right? Yeah, this one. I just need another one of those. These are everywhere. Hey, nice. Okay, so set the recipe to yum grease. Just one? No, you need two. Boink. Right. Oh, what is that? Wait a minute. Trophy fishing. Heck yeah. Looks like my face right now. Derp. What I need. Oh. Crabs and lobsters. Wait, couldn't I make some, like, good food from the crabs and the lobsters? First of all, girl, here's your grease for the dirty books. Nope. There you go. Maybe some dirty books. He's out of wood. That's bad. Yeah, wasn't there like... Wait a minute. You. Oh yeah. Ooh, crabs and lobsters. Ooh, and a deep sea cutlet. Problematic because I'm using the deep sea cutlets right now for the yum grease. So, also we need some wood. Let's do it. The usual. Whoops. My bad. There we go. What do we need for geodes? Oh, pet friends. Right. Right. You just need some metal. What is it what you could craft? Potberry. And the other one is... Oh, Bedazzle Pillow or Lucky Charm. Yeah, we don't. Costs too many resources right now, which I don't really have. Funny enough. Oh, I have some points to use. Let's do that. Ration pack and vehicle parking. Yeah. Whoops. My bad. This looks so good. Looks so good. I think we need more paper though. And nobody has gone visitor yet, right? I think nobody wanted to get some books. Maybe we need some food nearby. But I would do that with tier 3. We will build some big tier 3 area exactly here. But right now we have to make some... Can I just... Oh, I can purchase this? Oh, why would I do that? I just wasted resources. Don't do that. Oh. Oh, I just eat the garbage. Oh, don't do that, Mole. Oh, brother. What else could I sell? Maybe some diamonds. I have some diamonds. It says some diamonds. Heck yeah. Why was I not selling some diamonds here? And some... Wow, we get a lot of paper. Holy moly. Just realizing that. Here you go. Here are your papers. See if we could sell some diamonds. Reach a hamlet. How do I do that? There's multiplayer. Triple Peaks is in front of me. What is a hamlet? Oh, the likes? I think we need more likes. We just need to be happier. Weird. That's an odd concept. I don't know who came up with that, but apparently people like happiness. Never heard of it, frankly, but I don't know. Let's add a swing. And a pumpkin stack, apparently. Oh, a town clock. Boink. Need more metal bars. Instead. Postboard. Statues. Oh! Could display some items here. Ooh. Where do we want to put that? Maybe here. Excuse me. No. It's under... It's kind of weird. It looks like statue, but this is not where it is under. It's under... Yeah, statues. There. Okay, wow. We need 4 times metal, 3 bricks. Let's go. Okay. Was 3 bricks, right? There we go. Yeah. All like that. Unfortunately. Doesn't give me any points. I'm full on points and I've unlocked everything. Just waiting now, to be honest. What can I display here? Everything? Anything and everything? I need a diamond. Let's display a diamond. You know. Cultural significance and all that. Tiber River Crystal? I see some Tiberium if I see one. That is That is 1000% a reference to Command & Conquer. Like that is 100% Tiberium. Like the look. That's, by the way, the original Tiberium look. And also calling it Tiber River Crystal because that's where they found the Tiberium first. Yeah, oh boy. Let's not find not out about this. Discover the possibilities are limitless. Yeah, okay. See, devs. I love you. Actually putting a Command & Conquer Tiberium reference into your game. But hey, don't you worry. EA is already on this, and the next Command & Conquer Tiberium game is already in the works, and will be another freaking mobile game, because that's the only thing people want in strategy games, mobile games. That's the only way how you can play strategy games, really. Because, you know, strategy games are kind of useless. Like, they're not for real gamers. So that's why we are putting them on mobile. Fucking EA, man. Have them. Like, I don't think that anything will get better after they have now bought by Saudi Arabia. And that will only get worse from here on out. And especially, I am also pretty much convinced that they haven't really figured out yet what will happen when the whole Saudi Arabia thing is going through and the Sims community is already so pissed. Like, just so much damage has already been done. And, well, Paralives is a thing. I'm not sure that EA ever thought about that. I know that for EA, it didn't really like Sims. What the heck? Obsolete transaction unit. It's of cash. Oh. But no, seriously, I don't think that EA has really thought about it. And for them it doesn't matter too much because what they are selling is their sports business. That's what makes the money, right? They only care for that. And that's what they have sold to Saudi Arabia. The sports stuff. And that's really only what Saudi Arabia cares, if at all. But for the Sims, I don't think they have ever thought about, oh, how could this damage stuff? A large gem display. I need that. Large fossil relic display. DIY? DIY. Let's get that. Hell yeah. Let's get the large gem display. Gems. Oh my god, that is, by the way, returning because of League of Legends releasing League of Legends Classic, so that means Classic Tarek is back. Gems. Yes, put those gems on me. It's like, okay, buddy. Astral Shard. Hell yeah. We need the Tiberium. Hell yeah. Those things. The Night Pearls, the other pearls. And the Dookie. Yep. We put the Dookie on display. There you go. There you go, folks. I hope you are happy. The poop is on display. Fossils. We need another fish tank, by the way. Can I get another fish tank? How much does a fish tank? 140. Come on, man. Give me the points. That's nuts, Gory. That's absolutely nuts. Get it? Nuts. Because screws and bolts and I'm trying to be funny here. Work with me. Well, Glad that you figured that out and you didn't have to pay for it. I mean, just to touch on that briefly, because I'm not somebody who is doing that kind of stuff. I'm not a handyman, at least not when it comes to mechanical stuff. But a lot of the things, they're asking ridiculous prices for it nowadays. You kind of could do for yourself. Right? I still remember, like, which is funny because they bring that back for Europe. But I very much still remember when you could just swap out the freaking batteries yourself on your phone. Right? When you could just do that shit yourself. And then they removed it for aesthetics and make it slimmer and all that. Yeah, right. And then they're starting to ask ridiculous prices for it. I think we actually put that here. So, like, so much stuff nowadays is just, hey, we can do this for you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I can totally see it. Ooh, fishy. It's kind of funny that they got a large container for fish, where I'm not really the fisher guy. Hilarious. Absolute hilarious. Think about it. Your humor didn't change in years. No. It's the greatest humor ever. Why would I change that? Oh, wow. They did buy the potatoes. They did buy the diamonds. And... oh, damn. How are we looking on... uh-oh. What are we missing, pal? Fish again? Fish and paper. Makes sense. Okay. Let's grab some fish. Yeah, it's just nowadays. Too many things are just, hey, we can do this for you and it will be super expensive. I'm like, eh? We need fish. Fish? Fish? No. That's not the fish I'm looking for. Can we get some fish here? No, this is just junk. Oh, wait. Well, first of all, let's get the trophy. Heck yeah! Look at the brook catfish. So close. So close. Still don't know what I'm doing with that. There we go. Musbeck Ray. Uncommon. Cool, but not really what I was looking for. Drink. Water it. I'm watering you. What? You fish. That's a... yeah, that's a cutlet. No, I don't need cutlets. I just need fish. Hmm. I mean, there's some fish here. Nobody wants to buy books, huh? Awkward. And we need paper. Which is not too much of a problem. Oh, wait a minute. Free Chainsaw Farm game tool. LOL. Oh yeah, we have tons of books here. Paper, not books. Paper. Come on. There we go. A bit finicky sometimes with keyboard and mouse. 30 max will go fast? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. They haven't really sold she hasn't sold a single Dirty Mac. Bit disappointed. Yeah. Definitely using more paper for the fish and chips. But yeah, Dirty Macs. Nobody has bought any Dirty Macs yet. She still has the Yum Grease. And I think she also hasn't used any of the paper ream. So, I mean, let's grab some of the grease and deliver that to her. Oh, not enough space storage. Wow, you can only have... Okay. Yeah, Dirty Macs. Nobody wants the Dirty Macs so far. Or any books. Really. Yoink. There we go. Market stall. We need... Oh, wow. They're really buying all the potatoes, huh? There we go. Now we have to reach a hamlet. What do you want, Bumble? Vehicle rack? Okay, maybe later. I don't even have the ability to do so yet. What do you want, Mango? Oh, build lampposts. Well, that is easy to do. Put one right here. Got one here. And one right here. That should do it. There we go. Welcome to this team, Bob. I really should finish the house here, right? What do we need? Okay. How late is it? Oh, wow. Okay, we have about 24 minutes. Yep. 24 minutes. Why am I doing this? Chat. Is he a dingus? Be honest. Yep. But we will... Oh, God, and I don't have a vehicle with me. But yeah, I will take a break before the show starts. So we have just a few minutes left. And And we are switching over to the Alpha Strike live stream. Really looking forward to that. Really do. There we go. Yes. Forgot the most important part, cutting the ribbon. Mango. Congratulations. Okay, how are we doing? Fish and chips. Could need some more fish and potato. Yeah, fish is my biggest problem, actually. Funny enough. Oh, he needs everything. Okay. Oops, sorry. You need also wood. Okay. So first, let's get all the food. All the food. Get some go nuts. When I can hire a second person here. Oh. Now we need some wood. The usual. And now we also need some out of my way. Some shrooms. We need some more though. Oh, we are full. Oh. We definitely need some more shrooms anyways. Oh, fish and chips also doesn't have fish again. Hey! Awesome. I'm really thinking about kicking out the tourists. Yeah, let's kick out the tourists for now. I need to do some cleanup here. And the tourists are not helping. Fish. The potatoes are getting watered. We have a farmer for that. See that lady over there? Fletch? Yeah, she's doing the watering and farmering and all that. Yep. Believe it or not, they do have something like free time, though. I know I also don't fully understand that concept, but... yeah. Sorry, sorry, sorry. My bad. Okay. Oh, he's the controller. Congratulations, winning top tier, yeah. Ooh, ooh. I think, chat, we got our automation finally happening. See, what's this? Speed booster? Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, where do we build this though? Where do we build this? Probably something which is not that far away from everything, huh? Here, maybe? Yeah. That looks good. Okay. Because now we can automate this-ish. How much do we need for that? Oh, I'm so happy. I've been waiting to automate the hell out of this whole endeavor. Now we can finally do that. Okay, bit of a problem though. I think we need a new... Let me see. We need a new... No. Wait. Am I stupid? Oh, I haven't... No, this is mining zone here too. This is not what I had in mind. Mining distillation? Is that what I need? Finds mining resources distiller? No. Wait, didn't I already get the ability to... Oh my god, I have never unlocked this. How have I never unlocked this? What's wrong with me? I think I'm tripping. I think I'm tripping. We need the assembler. Yeah. What do we need for that? Oh. Fair enough. Okay, we now need... No, not cement. Concrete. Metal beams. Same thing. I don't think we have enough metal for that. I mean, we do. We just have to... My miner's slacking off. Drives me crazy. Okay, how much did we need? 3? I mean, I take 3 with me. Oh, or not. And now we also needed some... what was it? We needed some fiberboards. Heck yeah. And don't produce too many of the fiberboards, please. Actually, don't do anything right now. Okay, let's build the automation thing and then we'll take a break. It wasn't even on the street. What the hell? Oh, 3 fiber. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. And the new hiree is human. Go. Go. Oh, heck yeah. Oh. Cars are not allowed to just stand around on the street anymore. He's not working on it. He's not filling up all the needs. Heck yeah. That's exactly what I needed. Alright, folks. But regardless of that, we will end for now. We will do a save here. I will take a break. I will also run some ads. And then when we are back, there is the Warhammer 40K Alpha Strike Showcase, as it is in the title. I just don't have the picture for it because YouTube and all that. Sometimes it's just like... Let me go to YouTube. Let me see if I can find Creative Assembly. Oh, there it is. Huh. Wonderful. No, I don't need the chat. Okay. I will go AFK and I will be back as quickly as possible. I will also run some ads as always. And then we will definitely be here for the Alpha Strike Showcase. See you in a bit. Alrighty, I'm back. We have still 4 minutes. Oh, they are. Oh, that's interesting. They are. Okay, let me see something. They have a sign up going on. Play Total War. What is it called? Give me a second here. Play Total War. Play.totalwar.com. Sign up? What is that? Is that for the beta? Google, you're so useless. Oh. Well, that's... Oh, yeah. That's not interesting because I'm just too stupid. Oh, yeah, this is the... Register your interest for the total beta. Okay. Well, that's already there. I think that... Has there been a sign up before that? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, shit. Also, the new Grim Dawn expansion is coming out. And should I really go back to Grim Dawn? Questions. All right. With that said, though, let's switch over here to the Total Wars. Nice music. Nice. All right. We are 1 minute and less than 30 seconds away from the first Alpha Strike stream, which is focusing, well, on range combat, but also will showcase some uncut gameplay they are playing out live, and then they will talk about range combat also, which was really interesting because a few months ago I made a video here on the channel where I said we have to address the elephant in the room, which is range combat in Total War games and in Warhammer 1, 2, and 3. And funny enough, quite a bit of people were very quick in the comments to be like, there's no elephant, it's perfect. And I was like, no, it isn't. It isn't. It is okay. It does what it is supposed to do in a game like, well, everything where range combat isn't like one of the main aspects of the game, but especially in War40K, it is the main aspect. We have a new engine. They can finally fix some really of the weird shit having gone on with range combat in a while, and so I'm really interested to see what they have to say about it. And also, they did choose this is the first topic, so it is important to them. Also, if you haven't done so, you see the sign up for the closed beta at play.totalwar.com/sign up. Do it if you haven't done so yet. Let's go. This is a live stream. Hi, Petro, Dave, and Josh.
And welcome to
It's quiet.
Total War, Warhammer 40,000 Alpha Strike livestream range combat. I wrote it down this time so I wouldn't forget it. I am Joshua Williams, Head of Community Engagement. I'll be your host today, and I'm joined by two fantastic guests. And what we're going to be doing today is showing off a live battle, maybe a couple of times as we talk through some stuff.
Yeah.
And we've got a few clips to show some things that may...
I'm glad that they also do that. So there will be gameplay most of the time.
The 41st millennium.
And
starting off
then they're
thinking to
talking
your
over
names.
it.
So
They're right.
I'm not.
they
Oh,
weren't yesterday, but they are today.
there we go.
Dave,
I'm not a big
energy.
fan
How
of
are
those
you
live
on
streams where
board?
they're just talking and talking and talking and talking, and they never show gameplay, and it's like,
basically I look after the what and the when of the features that we're going to make in battles across Total War.
yeah, they're a bit quiet. This is the
Again,
loudest.
Focus on doing Total
I hope
Warhammer 40K.
somebody sees that and will crank it up.
Comes through in the shape we would like it to for everyone.
We like making the titles longer and longer. Every time.
Yeah. It's getting a challenge.
Let me see if I can.
And Pedro, yourself.
Yeah, I'm Pedro Engana. I'm the battle technical lead for the
Oh,
whole
that's
team
good.
that's been working on these next generation Total War titles. So it's really exciting to be here finally, be able to start getting into the
Yeah, let's
depths
see
of
if
some of
that
the
helps
stuff
a
that me
bit.
and my team have been doing for all these years. Get us to show some of the cool stuff, some of the cool tech that we've been building, and some of the new features you might be seeing in this game.
Fantastic. We're very excited for this stream. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So, how
Us.
old is the build that we're going to be showing off?
Games come
So
soon.
it's a couple of months old.
Next month.
Yeah, this is
okay.
the same build that we used for the SGF
Yep.
demo. And actually, a really cool thing about this build is that when we captured all of that footage, it is just the game, right? And we thought, well, let's just play the battle from that demo.
So that's
Again,
from the
what we
Summer
wanna do,
Games
make sure
Fest
when we deliver that sort of
slash
thing,
Bilibili
we are just
World.
building the game, right? And we are showing
They were
the
showing.
game, right? Because it's a no BS approach. So we want to just show you what's there.
Fantastic. So, what is in development at the moment? From what they'll see.
Pretty much everything is still in development. This is definitely
They're trying to
a build.
cover
It's not smoke and
the
mirrors.
corners
It's
here
not that
with,
stuff. It's
hey,
just
don't look
what
too
the game
much
is looking
into
like
it.
right now, with a few months of delay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm hearing, could we maybe have all of our volumes slightly up? Mr. Audio Man. So we have, you'll see that we've got, when we get into the battle, which will just be 30 seconds away, we will have a little thing in the bottom left-hand corner, a QR code and a link if you want to sign up for the closed beta. So if you're interested in what you see and you want to give your feedback, that will be the opportunity to do so.
I assume we
aren't
will
going to
get
be
this
playing.
closed
It will be
beta
played live with
announcement
someone over at
after
the
Gamescom.
PCs. Will has played this battle 100 times, and we've asked him to play.
No pressure.
But we've asked him to play to demonstrate things rather than to crush the enemy,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah.
he's going to be playing in a style which will hopefully make some things happen that we can talk about and demonstrate some mechanics, rather than to try and absolutely optimize, annihilate the enemy.
What?
ask some different
Wait, this is not my Total
We may,
War.
and we'll see if
it's a tough
We are not optimizing stuff?
I'm losing today, probably.
And
What
Will
am I
was the
supposed to do
only
here?
person who volunteered.
Can't
for
work
this.
with that.
So everyone, thanks to Will for jumping in. All right, are you ready for us to go over to the battle display, Will?
There we
So
go.
we have here our first live look
Okay, this is the line.
at the game.
we're
So
getting
this
an
is as I said,
interface.
this is a build that
So
they've
this
seen
is where they
battle before.
can-
It's maybe the last time they see the battle, but they've seen this battle before. They've seen this map before, but never the full thing with.
Yeah, never the interface.
Yeah.
Stop the bottom.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of your very familiar stuff here. Obviously, deployment.
Deployment phase, yes.
Deployment is part of Total War.
Yeah.
But again, in terms of the style of the map and the kind of map that it is, it's not miles away.
Doesn't
from
matter that
the
we are
sort
not
of-
one-on-one
sort of map we
live.
had in previous Total War titles. We do have a big.
We are
spectrum
like
of
5
different
seconds
kinds of maps,
behind.
Of course, so we're going to have more dense maps. We're going to have more sparse maps. This one sits on the sort of more sparse side of things, but it's not the completely flat. I want to say
This was
tournament
great.
style map, necessarily. But it's got some interest.
Also, it
but
runs
is a good
well.
Sort of,
It's a good middle ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Presents a few different
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Presents some denser
It's
areas.
60.
Some open areas. So it's a pretty good show map.
We should
The
check
pop-up is the pop-in is crazy though.
That is beautiful. It's
And look at
grimdark.
that cannon.
Yeah. I
The
can hear
pop-in
everyone
is
going,
crazy.
But it's lovely. Take it in, isn't
No,
it lovely?
people
yeah.
enjoy the
Look,
Hope they're getting that in order.
is going into making sure that we capture
Even though
the
I will be
feeling,
honest, if
string
we are
of
getting
scale,
good performance and the pop-in is one of the issues with that, I'm
Coming up
fine.
very accurately of where's the closed beta sign up. That's on the clips that we'll show later. But you're welcome to Google.
Performance was always a
Like
weird
and
beast
stuff.
in the Total War games. I'm
we'll-
so
we'll talk
glad
just
that
a
we
couple
are
of things
now
here before
on
we
a
actually
new
jump into the
engine.
battle, because some of this UI is brand new, right? So
Yeah.
we want to make sure people understand exactly what they're seeing there. So
24 out of 40.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Will, do you want to
Jump in.
click there? There you go.
Ta-da. So
Ooh.
massive disclaimer again. Like the actual that panel itself as of very recently, completely changed. It is still a panel, but we have strategic reserves. So a big part of this game is
Yeah, it's a panel,
teeing up
folks.
the forces that you're going
It's
to bring
okay.
into the battle from your campaign, and having them come in their various different ways. So you may have some opportunity to sort of shuffle some units around during deployment, like what do you want to have your starting army as. But then there will be more restrictions as well. Let's say you're playing Space Marines and you have a fleet in orbit. You'll have some people racked up on that fleet that you won't necessarily be able to start the battle with, but you can join the battle with them throughout.
That makes it so much more dynamic and really interesting, because it makes it also harder for you to kind of assess the
I was
situation.
gonna say, like, you'll have to consider at deployment whether you want to bring your full force in, or if you want to keep some stuff in reserves so that they can fly in on Thunderhawks later to surprise the enemy.
But we're playing the guard.
We are.
And the Astra
We're not doing
Militarum, they do have Valkyries.
They hoof it.
Yeah, but we tend not to send them down via drop pod because they are human, they are squishy, and they wouldn't survive that kind of impact. So the guard's playstyle is much more about bringing.
I mean, have we
off the field,
tried
sort of meet the enemy
that?
and hold the line effectively.
Yep.
It's
Which
a bit more
hopefully
like classical.
Probably
Warhammer
somebody in the
Warhammer.
Warhammer 40k world already
More-
tried that at the
more
beginning.
control over who and when and where, basically.
So did it
Then
work?
There's two other things
Nope,
to touch on.
all
before
dead.
Are we
get
fucked
started.
up?
Actually, do you know what? People seem pretty interested in what we're saying rather than
Try again
having a go at
later.
me for not telling Mo to press start battle. So there's two rows of icons above the mini map there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, they're different things for starters.
They are.
So we have the bombardments that you're going to bring into the battle, and again, all work in progress UI. But the explosive, powerful ordnance that you have from off field, or again from your fleet, that again, due to your
I wonder how close
situation, you
they
can
are
speed
to
up
spells.
battle. So let's
I do
say,
see
well,
them
in
as
this case, actually,
spells
we have
right
our
now.
Deathstrike Godspear warhead, which is that is
Damn.
coming from off field, right? That is an
Yes.
artillery piece sat off field, ready to get involved. We've done it in our campaign, but if we do have a fleet in orbit as well. We have our
Cooldown
Strike,
300 seconds.
Some Valkyries at the ready.
Yep, ready to drop
And you
into
see the
cell.
amount
So
you can
we've
use
got
it.
A bunch of different bombardments that we can drop in.
Okay.
And then we have our army abilities, or in this case,
The orders.
yeah,
Regimental orders. So the Astra Militarum has this mechanic where you can enact
Hey, there
orders
is
that will spread
suppression
to units that are
fire.
within range of Voxcaster. So their playstyle is making sure that you have all of your units close enough to
Cool.
a command unit that can then issue these orders, which will give them different buffs that you will use to manage.
By the
your
way, they
situation
say
in
that this
battle.
stream will take an
Very
hour.
similar- inspired by their tabletop mechanics.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, and again, just how the guards should
Just
operate. right?
not
Again,
gonna
coming
happen.
with The law, like they are waiting for their orders. They are the human wall.
We're still in the deployment phase, and we are already
combat
50
based on the
minutes
guard
in.
Will hopefully
Not
see
gonna happen.
Will's does his, does the best he can. Is presenting that strong front and meeting the enemy in the open, and then crashing
Which
against
I'm
them and reinforcing. So,
Totally
yeah.
fine with, just to make that absolutely clear here.
Well then, we got a lot else to talk about, but I think we can start the battle and start touching on some of it as Will battles the
Let's
orcs.
go.
Okay, go on then. So one thing to point out is the Cassicans were not in the deployment zone,
No.
so they had forward deployment.
Yeah,
Vanguard
forward
Yes.
scouts. Yeah, well,
Saw
classically,
that.
Vanguard deployment, but yeah, we're forward scouts. Yeah, so they are able to, deploy from the front, obviously with some limitation, and scout out the battlefield for you and have better vision.
Hey, I like the
Visibility,
lines.
visibility, now being a big deal for the
It's a
war.
big deal, yes.
Yep. So you can.
I like that they are
see
also
and
popping
visualize
up
now,
all the
where
time, and you
the goals are
can
possible.
kind of see where your army is moving to. I love the cover system. Very Company of Heroes-esque.
This is why we cannot see the orcs at the moment.
Right.
But Fog of War has a pretty big impact in this game, especially because we're playing in sometimes very dense maps, buildings, other
That's
obstructions
definitely
will
the
block
first time they are utilizing this. Like, don't get me wrong, Fog of War, of course, existed before
I'm
that.
approaching right now.
Yeah, it's a very eager battle wagon who's
Very
currently
Yeah,
being
that's
very
not
brave and being
good for the
suicidal
bag.
to-
Yeah, the
Oh,
wagon
I mean,
is
yeah,
dead.
That's what he's going up against.
No. That's what he's met a Baneblade. At this point, he's probably made the decision that it's worth just going in and going ham. And he's gone. So
Nope.
he's done the best. He
Yeah,
can.
that was not.
He smashed over some cover,
cover, yes.
which is probably worth talking about a little.
When you
bit.
have
Will move some people in this
3
group.
Lehman Russ,
Yeah.
and the
you can see that they'll
Baneblade,
filter into,
I don't know if you want to
basically.
go
So
in there
really
with
trying to
one
keep it
tank.
Close to the standard control as possible. So this is just part of the drag out
Ooh,
when you're
I love
dragging
the
out,
destruction.
unit
I love how it
from
just
they will
moves
populate
through cover.
positions, within that-
Oh,
Oh no!
That's what you do if you don't want the opponent to get cover.
It's all good. A bombardment's coming in, so this is all going to get a little bit messy. Yeah, that Baneblade's trying to contribute though. Yeah, which is going to be a rough time for our
this is
poor
a rough
guardsmen. So what this gives us a nice opportunity to
Join the
talk about
guard,
is
they
the
said.
structure and how
Will
that
be
works.
fun, they
So
said.
We have cover
No,
zones,
actually, nobody
they
ever
are
says that.
pre-established within the map, and it's a combination of the simulation of the actual projectiles being fired and hitting those cover pieces. Those can be destroyed,
Oh.
but within those cover zones as well, we are doing a few things to sort of keep
Man, just
keep it separate.
seeing
So we have a concept of evasion, and as long as
the
you're within cover
bullets
zone, you're slightly harder
and
to
just
go through
seeing
everything
like the
this.
projectiles looks
And
already
what gets destroyed is
so
leave behind a little bit of the
freaking good.
So basically, there's always a little bit of effect there. What we didn't really want is for players to have to sort of constantly think about, oh, is there cover there? Isn't there cover there? Did it move? Did it get fully destroyed? So there is an impact. There is a simulated impact. It will become slightly less effective, but it still holds on to some of its teeth.
Okay,
which
that's
is,
cool.
We're finding to play really nicely.
We will see how that plays out.
To close beta
And so far it's running
really actually
smooth
benefits
60.
everyone that is going to spend, I hope, a great deal of time like we are playing this game and enjoying it, and figuring out where to take it and how to
Storm
really
boy.
dive into the guts of it. It's gone really well.
I love that they are keeping a little bit of the comedy of the orcs here.
Maybe some reinforcements at the
Here
back
comes
for
the
a second
kitchen
wave.
sink.
Yeah, maybe get the Baneblade involved, but no, the cover zones. Most of the areas in this map that you see that have tons of cover pieces have sandbags.
This doesn't look good for the
45. These are
Imperial.
the proper cover zones that'll give you.
It's
both
something weird though,
45
going with the
and
camera
buff.
on.
I
I can't put my finger on it.
Staying behind positions of cover.
Maybe
can
some
also
camera
exist in some other contexts. For
smoothness
example,
is
if you're doing a
active.
very, very large bombardment, it'll make a crater. This crater will allow you to dock some units to it.
Still
to
looks a
have
little
the
bit weird
simulated benefit
sometimes.
of being behind something
Maybe because the person is
shot
like
at.
turning the
But in this
camera a
case, you don't
lot
get the buff
and
because
zooming
it's
in,
not
zooming
45,
out to make it a little bit more cinematic
It'll
for
give you
us.
some advantage, but not quite the same advantage as these areas of the map that are specific for it.
So you get some benefit out of it, and there is some really fun sort of like emerging out of,
Yeah,
are we about to drop the
bro, are you really?
Okay, all right, all silence for the bomb. Here comes the death strike. So this is
Boom.
I love this. So yeah, you can
It's
see
the big boom.
It's left behind like that crater there. Obviously, that's a massive one. You'll probably get more effect out of the smaller ones that pepper things, and you have different bombardments with different sorts of cadence of explosion.
Yeah, this is not good.
Size of crater and stuff.
It's definitely
Super fun. How's it? It's
How's the other
we
flanks
need
going?
the second front. We need the second front.
this is
I
bad.
think it's worth talking about projectiles.
The orc came in with all his
If you
units.
look back at that tank, one thing that tank's doing, it's trying to do.
Oh, it's trying to get out
It's-
of range,
it's-
but firing.
Look at that.
It's still flaming them, and you can see some las cannons going off.
I think that's a
there.
melter going off, but yeah,
Oh, there you go,
he
yeah.
is
Driving backwards while firing.
yeah, we have
Man.
introduced strafing. It's
They definitely looked a little bit at Company of Heroes when Relic was still part of Sega,
You can just move in that direction.
and probably took
It's not
some
limited to,
guidance.
We want everyone to have this potential to strafe, but with different proficiency.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
Infantry can strafe. Everyone can
Light
strafe, but
flanking.
we want to,
I wonder what
make
that
sure
is.
The different sort of asymmetry and skills of the units are represented. So
Yeah.
guardsmen, etc., they'll be able to move backwards slowly whilst firing. Orcs can do it if you're that organised and really want to be backing away. It's not the play style you want to go for with orcs necessarily.
Yeah, what?
When it
Orcs
really shines is
going
where you get
backwards?
Space Marine to
I've
Orc.
never heard of
So
that.
powerful, and super accurate. and-
Don't lose any accuracy by
Yeah,
doing it.
exactly right. So they're
That sounds weird, but yeah, this doesn't look good. I'm missing some like
and really reinforce your
heavy artillery or firepower on the side of the.
big part of what makes Total War so crunchy and fun is the positional game.
Ooh.
Oh no! Little craters. And
that,
lots of
Nice.
That's always been our objective. So we're building a game in the 41st millennium, and we want to bring all the good Warhammer goodness, but we still want this to feel like a proper Total War game.
Yeah.
So Total War is a lot of.
This is definitely also a relatively new thing, what we just saw here. Sorry that I'm talking so much about the developers. If you want to see this
I
without
guess
my
we'll
stupid
talk
talking,
about,
the
how
views out there,
combat
right?
works later.
Yeah.
But look at
the
this.
positional gameplay is super
He's
super
falling
important.
back
We'll talk about
to
it
different
later.
positions.
Suppression,
If you were
range,
looking
range,
especially at Total
it's all
Warhammer,
really important to take down your opponent and make sure you are enfilading, getting around them, encircling them, and bringing them down.
it's yeah, you do have sometimes moments where you
We need
move
more
back
stuff.
on the
We need
camera.
to send
We
in
need
more
more
men.
men.
Send more men.
Something like that. I don't,
But
I
most
don't
of the
touch
time,
anything about reserves
you
themselves.
clash,
Where are these
you have your fight
If
somewhere,
you're on a campaign map.
Right, okay,
you draw
yeah,
a
so
little
this
bit
will be
back here and there,
surrounding army,
but never like
and,
this.
and people that are
Never
are
like
your-
this.
might not be people.
And the Ogrins are just
those
destroying
units.
all the
So
cover
basically
right now. I
Israeli
don't
armies can
know
get
how
involved in
good
these
that
conflicts.
is.
Obviously, yeah, there is a total limit of armies that will be able to get involved in a conflict.
Makes sense.
But yeah, you can bring in, in some cases up to 40 onto the battlefield, and you'll be able to get involved. Might be quite difficult
40.
to get up to 40 Space Marine units in one place.
Yep.
Right, but that is
very
definitely not hard to do with Guard.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
So we have doubled now the
Ability for
amount
reserves as well,
of
that might be worth noticing is at the top the balance of power bar. You might
Of
notice
units
that
on the
there's a
battlefield.
pivot and another section that
Good.
basically indicates how many units are in the field and how many units are still to come in. So you
Okay.
can see that still have a little bit of units to come in from the Esther Mill, and the development in progress is kind of hiding the orc bar, but I believe they have deployed everything at this point, so no more surprises from the orcs.
yeah, we've got a little bit more in the cannon, although they do have a.
That's good.
Honestly, that
They've
thing
got a
has taken a
stomper.
beating as well.
Yeah. And he's
oh the big
a
jumper,
scary guy.
Maybe
He's
we'll
a
make
scary,
it.
the
scary
big
guy.
jumper.
Um,
Look at that thing.
We really
This
wanted
is
to
so
put the biggest thing,
ridiculous.
that we could get away with in a Total War game. We're looking at putting bigger things in later down the line, of course. But yeah, this will be the biggest thing we've had in a Total War. So yeah, I'm very excited
Yep,
about
that definitely looks pretty
Need
big.
that low health Baneblade, Will. That's going to have to shoot that
Don't let
stomper.
him die.
I'm still
Yeah,
weirded
around
out
it.
by the small Baneblade, but a more
So you can see
compact
here,
one.
it's
I don't know. I
absolutely
always have the
ridiculous, right? It's a
Baneblade as a
wave of
relatively
guards,
Yeah.
big
so
tank
first
in
couple
my
of
in my
that's
head,
just a huge number of balls.
like larger.
that have just managed to smash through.
Yeah.
So now it's up to that second wave who.
But I think
looking,
those
guess,
are
at
the
corpses of
old
all the ones
the
that failed
old
before them,
models.
Yeah.
having their own go at holding the line.
Man,
Yeah,
he
thankfully there's also
actually
some cover positions
crushed
at the back of the map, so now this is where we're trying to make our last stand.
Yeah.
And we're going to hit the panic
the
button.
orcs.
Yeah,
We're
this
gonna
is
hit
the
the panic
ripcord. So, calling from the fleet, we're going to have our lance strike.
Oh,
This is,
you can
a
control
quite
it.
powerful, very AP-centric weapon. You're not going to be able to use this sort of thing often.
Yeah.
It is a really a wow. Okay, he's
Oh,
still
almost,
up.
almost.
He's still
Oh,
up. We
no.
got a problem.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, the
there we go.
Baneblade
He's
should
probably-
like
he's probably on his way out. He's
finish
on
it.
the top.
Ah, there he
we
goes.
go.
Nice.
nice
Oh, you ran
victory.
Boom.
That was awesome.
But you
Good
see
job.
that die, you're probably going to run on.
Now,
But yeah, we can
have to
It
shoot
didn't
down
look
castles.
good for the guardsmen
So
at the
totally
beginning.
right.
we can talk a little bit about the land strike. Our abilities
And I have
now
to
this
admit,
like this chance that you can.
I
you can
missed when he
decide to
turned it
continue
around.
Controlling the
Like,
ability.
he
You
was
can
falling
hold
back,
button and keep
and that
guiding
falling
the land
back
strike and
kinda
painting over the enemy if you wish. But then this
did it
obviously
for
locks
him.
you down to using the land strike and not allows you not to order other units to do other things.
Yep.
But if you want to micromanage, if you want to pay,
But that you can control it is
a very
crazy.
specific set of units. You can hold it and control it yourself.
I
and
wonder if you can
catch,
use this
for
as
example,
cover.
The enemy's trying to run away from your.
That would be awesome, right? If you could like kind of use the bodies and the destructive
direct control.
stuff
That's
like
an awesome wrecked after run past as well.
as cover.
There's a really
When
fun-
wow, look at
with
this
Bellamy, there's a really
battlefield.
fun moment where
It's a bit
you decide to
unfortunate
keep
that
it
they are
and
only
how it
streaming in
works,
1080p.
You can push it in a direction. And
It
then
still
let it
looks
go, and it will continue
freaking
traveling that direction.
amazing,
Oh,
man.
Actually, like making it into this sort of like horrific Beyblade,
Yep.
kind of
That's
like
awesome.
kind of feels right. So yeah, there's
Like, still with all the bodies lying around, it's still running so smooth.
Like a macro cannon, it's all like
I would love to know
shots over time, etc.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's all about managing.
what
it.
like the system is they're running this on right now.
You want to spend your time, doing other things and let it go. So yeah, look at that beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Chasing them
wonderful
down. So we will. It's really annoying that I've just noticed my foot is.
I'm still so
slightly
glad
over the
that they are
barrel.
running now a new engine.
Oh, that's going to bug me for the next 20 minutes. All right, so what we'll do is we'll reset this battle.
Yes.
Because we want to talk a bit about unit cards, and then
Yes.
loads of people have been asking about like firing lines, projectiles. We'll go into a deep dive on that
Great,
next.
Awesome.
Before we do that, there's one thing
I
that
love
we
that
only
kind
show
of
at
stuff.
the end of the battle, and that is don't press it yet. Don't you dare. And that is the visuals of a unit, right? After they've been attacked and damaged. So if you
Yeah.
can find some damaged people, Will.
Yeah. Hopefully, I would expect.
I'm
it's
I'm
quite
offering
hard to
assistance
find,
right
damaged
here.
guardsmen,
Yeah.
I
because the
mean,
damaged ones tend to end
I would
up-
definitely call me a damaged
and that is that is
person.
the thing. But yeah, basically, what we want to
Not what they
to
necessarily look for,
is that sort of
but
a cumulative effect of what's happened to things across the battle.
you know.
Yeah.
So
The
have you been
Baneblade
burned?
might look a bit
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah,
the
the
Baneblade
Baneblade was
looks
looking-
a little bit burnt. Yeah, so have you been burnt? Have you been shot?
Yeah,
have
there
you
you
been
go.
punched? Have you been
Cool,
cut?
man.
To the amount of stuff that we can do, and it's not like mapped one to one with bullet holes, etc.
Yeah.
But what it's doing is it's telling.
I
a
love the
story about
details also on this.
what's
Look
happened
at
to the individual. So
this.
At the end of a combat, with again like Space Marines, you can end up with some really cool sort of rugged, battered individuals that look like they've been through a hell of a ringer and tell the story of what's happened to them throughout the battle.
Yeah.
And it depends on the type of damage that they take. So the Bane Blade, you can see that has a bunch of bullet holes. It means it got shot a lot. Is it a bit burned? It went against some flamethrower units. That's kind of the story it tells.
Yesterday when we did a little run through, there was a commissar, right? Who was burned, bleeding, shot, and it was.
I can't believe he was still alive.
Survived.
He'd done a good job. Yeah, he stayed standing, a proud commissar.
Brilliant. Well, I'll put us back to our camera just while you reset them, Will, and we can talk.
Ah, show me the end screen.
Because the challenge here really is, and as we'll show and talk about it, that units they're not just all one thing anymore. So that commissar wasn't just a commissar on their own, right?
Oh, interesting.
So really, there was a challenge there with unit cards of how are you going to represent multiple different profiles, and then you guys kind of went insane and took that further of what if even within the same profile they had different weapons, right? So
yeah, I saw that.
Start talking about that, but was there a moment where that challenge felt like too much?
I think when When we start, this is a huge.
No, absolutely not. It was a walk in the park.
Part of it. But I think there's a moment when you look at what all the units are made up of, and the just the total complexity of them.
Yeah.
And we thought, should we try and represent that? And the answer came back.
Quick note here, I want to throw in.
Like a regiment of this many troops
is
everyone with exactly the same gear, exactly the same weapon.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's important, like your decision.
They really are happy with, like, when they're talking about the new possibilities here they now have with the new engine. It is such a difference to listen to those guys talking about all the cool stuff they can now do with the new engine. And then you are going back to the folks at Warhammer 3 who are working at End Times. It's like, we're really trying the best here, man. That engine is killing us. And it's like, yeah. They really, really like, it's a challenge. But they don't have to appease the engine gods every day to get that thing running. It's great.
This is the expanded view, right? So
I think I know why this looks a little bit weird. They're using sharpening.
With that gone, that's kind of the basic view, right?
There you
This
go.
is the
Okay.
basic view that tells you the core information you need to know about the unit.
And that's
Performance
even
was live,
tab
performance was...
widget,
Oh,
will be the
that's
basic version of that tab.
cool.
So if you press expand again, Will, this is then when you're starting to get the more advanced stats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charge defense.
First thing to say
1.
All those stats are there.
Already.
All those stats are there.
Kazakin.
And if anything,
Sergeant.
we've
Kazakin
got
specialist.
more,
Okay.
We've got more
Yes.
probably stats controlling
Than we've ever had.
than we've ever had. Just
All the
to be
different
able to manage
weapons.
all of the complexity of all these different
And
weapons.
obviously, one of the main complexities introduced is a
Evasion
unit
is quite
not
high.
just made of a single thing.
Yes.
So you can see that these Kazakins are made out of 4 different groups of entities within the
Oh,
unit
and
that
they
all
have different
stats, they're different
stats.
gear, and they will serve slightly different purposes when
Whoa.
they engage in a battle.
Yeah. So this is actually probably one of the most complicated units that we have in terms of its function.
Hotshot
Because a lot of
last gun.
units have
Oh, you can also see
like
how good it
4
performs, how often you can see it.
And then we can add special.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
Sort of tune them. I'd say about like 20% towards a different direction.
I
Like,
wonder
maybe
if you can
maybe
actually
allows
control
units to be better at
this.
Sort of like damaging light units, etc. We'll talk about that.
Like, you can put the units
but
together with
there's
different
usually like a
weapons,
core
with
function
different
for the unit.
troops.
This one is quite split, right? Like it's got a kind of an interesting mix of the lasgun and the plasma, which really tee it up to be.
That's
good
cool.
against
That's a
heavy
frag
things, good
grenade.
against medium things, and slightly different.
Crack or frag?
Which is really cool. But I guess it's worth talking about
Bayonet.
those-
Very
those
important.
classes for a moment. If we just nip back to the there. Oh, it's at the top there. Sorry, yeah. So
Hot
just
shot.
looking at the category, so light, medium, and heavy. Figuring out like how everything needed to sort of fit together in this game.
They have tried
Again,
to do
always
this
a past
in
discussion
the
with
last
like,
few Total
how
War
do you
games
categorize this stuff?
with light,
And
medium,
when you start to
heavy,
break it all down, you
and
start
all
to see
that,
there are
especially
things
with
that contain lots of entities.
Pharaoh.
And, generally have
Kinda
a lot.
try to do
There are
that.
things that contain some entities
Which,
and generally have sort of
fighting and
and
gameplay-wise,
then
I
you
really
have
enjoyed
big stuff
Pharaoh
that's
for
generally
what they
either
tried to do there.
or a couple of things.
Funny
and
enough.
super tanky. There are
I
some
think
things
Pharaoh,
that break
especially
down,
the new
but this top level
2.0,
is not to sort sort of
It's
try and
underrated,
explain
but
everything in super
they did
detail. It's
that
that sort of
to
80%
themselves,
fit of,
let's
like,
be
you know,
honest.
80 to 90% fit. You know, these are the sorts of things that you'll be good at damaging, basically, and everyone fits within these categories. The wonderful thing is that that's just what they are. So you know, putting all that together has been super fun.
I
And
wonder.
the simplest top level way to explain it, without needing to get into that extra 20% depth, which does matter, is that you what are you tuned towards damaging, and how much have you got within your unit that can do that. So
Okay.
looking at this Kazakin, for example, they are really mixed. You can see that they're quite specialized, but they're very good at taking out medium stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, they'll be actually really good at cracking down Space Marines. That's the sort of unit you want to be going, I get that guy in Tacticus armor. I want to shoot that guy with this one, because that will be a prime target for them. But they've actually got some really strong potential to deal with light units, so chaffy stuff, and they've got some pretty decent potential to deal with the heavier stuff.
Yep.
And it all depends on
I mean, that's
not just the weapons that they
Kazakin.
have, but the
I
positioning.
mean, that's the elite troop,
they're in
right?
as well, because these weapons don't just live isolated on the individuals. They're cycling them, right? They're actually switching between weapons under the context that they're firing things.
An individual soldier might have more than just one weapon. They might have multiple, and they will
They are
switch to
switching
the
the-
right thing at the right time to damage what they need to damage.
We'll show some of that later, because it is, I think, one of the coolest pieces of tech that this engine's unlocked of multiple weapons.
Yeah,
over
what
there.
the hell, bro?
And we've got some great, like, throwing grenades is such a cool use of that.
Yeah.
That's
Will,
insane.
go on just the defensive stats one more time.
What?
Pick a character unit, maybe the Commissar. And maybe see if you can find the Commissar as well while we read through them. But I've given him such a challenge there. So, so we've got a few different things here. Evasion is versus shooting.
Yes.
Your chance to dodge a bullet.
Yes, yeah. So
Oh, wow,
so you have
okay.
your melee stats as well.
65%.
Again, all the stats are there. If you're not.
Yes.
So evasion
You can
basically.
see the evasion.
Or if it
very
is
heavily buffed
percent.
with cover.
And that's
Yep.
what I was going to ask.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
Oh, because he's in
basically you're more
cover.
likely to miss this guy when they're
Yeah,
firing.
just gonna say, wow, that's a high evasion for a normal human.
But not actually collide with him. They'll probably go high or low or to the side.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is an interesting moment. Should we talk about projectiles?
Yes.
That is next on the list.
let's-
Go for it.
Let's try and
I
finish the
was about
stats so
projectiles.
Josh doesn't kill us.
Yeah.
If you want to just start playing again, we'll go for it. We'll talk about projectiles while you do.
Yeah.
So, have we
Yes.
made any changes to the way projectiles work? Or?
A couple changes. So
All of
this
it, please.
is arguably a really ranged, combat-focused game.
Mm-hmm.
Almost every single unit, not every single, but almost every single unit shoots something at some point. And some of the units even shoot stuff at ridiculous amounts of speeds and in ridiculous amounts.
Yes.
So to be able to
The Kazakin troops.
keep true to ourselves, keep true to what really makes Total War shine, which is the fact that we try to simulate as much as we can. We did have to do some upgrades to our engine to be able to manage the sheer amount of projectiles that might be coming out of some weapons. So we've done some technical improvements to be able to go below our usual physics tick rate, to have sub-steps specifically to be able to spawn the sheer amount of projectiles that this game needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at any given point, when you have two full armies shooting at each other, you might have hundreds, maybe thousands of projectiles flying in the air. You can see these bolters firing. Every single little projectile you see is a simulated projectile. It's not smoke and mirrors.
Crazy.
It has a parabola. It will travel.
It'll hit cover or a wall or a building.
or a someone.
So every one of those projectiles is real.
Yes.
I want to
It's
remind people
something
again when they laughed about me, like,
it's
it's fine. They can just take the bullet and other, like, range mechanics from Total Warhammer 3. It's completely fine.
It's all there. It's all happening. We try and simulate as much.
No, it's not.
I love these Storm Boys.
Yeah.
There's so much.
And
fun.
apparently the
Tech is so
developers
wonderful.
agreed with me.
You know, like it goes wrong, but sometimes in the way they want, right?
Exactly.
And off they go.
Holy moly.
It's like
When they have some
Confetti.
tech missing and they fly off, those too are projectiles in a way.
Yeah, they can hit stuff. They can blow up. They can do damage to stuff. They can
Oh,
blow up,
that's
hit a building,
cool.
That can knock that building down if it's a destructible one. So yeah, you get some really cool moments coming out.
Wow, the tanks are now having... Yeah, he's now trying to get the tanks, which are on the bridge, because he realizes if he leaves the tanks alone up there, he's cooked. So the orc is actually doing
They
something.
wouldn't mind. They're having
They
fun.
wouldn't.
It's
I
kinda
think
cool.
The thing that really stuck with me, and I have a list of them here, is
And you should move.
it's not just a projectile is not just a thing that's shot at a certain rate of fire, right? There are a ton of things that you track to make sure that this feels authentic and accurate, right? I mean, I can list some of those things off, but
It was
I'm
a
only
bad
down
play
here.
by the orc.
Aim time delay, rate of fire, reload speed, mid-burst delay, burst size.
I wonder how
burst in
strong those
magazine, if
abilities.
they're continuously
Like I
firing.
know you can only use it
What is
once,
encompassing when
but
someone goes to shoot, what has everything
that was
been
powerful.
simulated or
That was a
checked?
lot of units just
Yeah,
eradicated.
like we
Well,
mentioned.
don't list all of it. Just
No, not all of it. not
Sorry,
all
I
of it.
didn't mean to just go give you 50 things.
No.
What's going on there?
No, we've done an overhaul to how ranged combat works. So this needed an overhaul to how the cycle of firing also functions and all the different stats that can control it. So when an individual guardsman gets an order to fire, he will go through a bunch of steps throughout its
Okay.
fire cycle. And we try to simulate this in a way that we can apply to all different types of weapons, all different types of contexts. So when someone gets an order to fire,
Ooh.
they will start by target acquisition, and this will put them in
was
an
beautiful.
aim animation. They will pick a target, they will aim towards that target, and they will take some time to zero in. Once they're finished, they will go and start shooting, and they will pop off a shot.
I'm getting hyped up here.
Delay to deal with the recoil.
I want this
get back
right
to zeroing in,
now.
Continue shooting, continue shooting, until they eventually run out of
Yep.
ammo in the magazine, and then they will have to do a reload.
Yep.
But compared
Yeah,
to
how is that
previous,
working?
into previous Little Wars, where rapid fire weapons would shoot repeatedly, and you always would have to shoot a certain amount until they can be interrupted and do something else. Here, each individual shot is part of this cycle and can be interrupted and can be continued later. So if a unit
That's
starts
cool.
firing and it has 5 shots left in the magazine, and they fire off 3, and you interrupt their order or give them a different order or tell them to move backwards.
Yeah,
they
it
will
seems
stop
like there's
firing
no
immediately. They will move out. The next
ammunition,
time they move in
really.
order, they will fire the two left ones, and then they will have to reload. So all this state is kept.
So even on an
and simulated.
individual guardsman level, it's tracking how many. I don't know. It's not bullets in a laser. How many lasers are left?
Yeah.
How many lasers are there?
Exactly. Yes.
How much energy is left in the energy cell, yeah.
There's so many people saying, "Can you just show me a guardsman shooting?" Because they love the look of them. So if it won't
Let's
lose you
have
the
a-
battle, just to
let's
zoom in
zoom in
and
and
to
have
see
them
some of
shooting,
them
and
having the worst day of their life.
we can capture, hopefully, there we go, we've got a sergeant stood proud as well, the commissar sergeants, etc. They don't need to duck.
Oh my gosh, they're in so much
that is
trouble.
not a good place to be as a guardsman right now.
Yeah, so, yeah, really cool stuff.
Ooh,
So, like you pointed
ooh,
out, so they sort of operate walking backwards. So
Yes.
those things you said,
that
just
is,
hangs
that is
everything to-
amazing, but also, oh, the poor guardsmen. Oh,
You could see as these guardmen were repositioning, some of them.
By the way,
picked
I
their
love the
weapon up,
guard.
and they were still firing as they were moving.
poor sobs.
A
Oh
lot,
my
if
god,
not
look at
most of the
that.
units in this
Some
game
great dying
are able to
animation.
fire while moving. We've disconnected their legs from their torsos in a way. So if they are moving and they have a weapon and there's enemies in front of them, they will be able to shoot at them as they move and as they go into position and as they. Without
I wonder if
interruption.
there is like a fallback button,
It's hard to
like
translate
in
the
Company of
animations
Heroes,
system
maybe
and
at some
upgrading
point.
the anim team.
I don't think they would do that. I don't think it would fit, but I wonder if there is. I'm not saying we need it, to make that clear. I
feels so much more dynamic when you watch.
I don't think that's necessary.
It's super cool. It just you can see all those different sort of actions blending together, and it
But
keeps
curious.
grounded and in the simulation.
Haven't seen it yet.
Animations blend incredibly well. They run, get into cover, duck, get up, fire, and all of this now is not.
Man,
one
as an
animation
orc player,
that is forced to run. It's
Yeah.
all can all be composed depending on the situation and the simulation.
hey,
which is
there's an
very
orc
quick
boss.
job.
Someone asked an
Oh, down he went.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
someone
he
asked
just
a
fell
question
over.
more of, and I've seen it a few times of firing. As in firing lines. So someone said there was a guardsman at the back there who wasn't shooting, right?
Yeah. So again on the positional gameplay side of things, providing frontage is like a really important part of successful range combat, right? Is that you want to have more guns pointing at a place, ideally a focused enemy, than they have.
Yeah.
I would do
And
so
getting
many
around
horrible
and
things with
flanking is
this.
all part of that, but also just how you stretch your own unit and how you can sort of space it out will matter. So you can occupy more frontage by dragging your unit out. It's total war. But one thing that we've done here is we put a load of work into the checks that each individual entity is making when they're firing. So the ones at the back are basically going, I can't shoot because my friend's in front of me. And we have a bunch of controls to manage, all data driven, how far they will be comfortable firing over each other's shoulders, etc. So the first couple of rows will be happy to fire. The back few are going to be hanging back and going,
It's
I can't fire
interesting.
yet, but obviously spreading them out, you're going to get more guns on target. So that works for your positional gameplay. If you are happy to move out of cover, so you've got trade-offs, of course. You know, there's always a trade-off to how you're trying to put your units around the map. But yeah, what's really cool about it is that, let's say a grenade lands in the front line of your unit and kills the ones that were firing. The ones at the back in that moment can then go, well, it's a shame that Jim's dead, but now I can shoot.
Hey, now I can shoot.
So it all just again comes together as part of
Yeah, I have the feeling of it that the orcs are getting.
I guess line of sight and line of
Maybe
sight
it's
every
just a
individual
point of
soldier
view,
within
right?
it.
This is PvE
And they're
versus.
not just
It's
looking.
mental.
They're not
Players.
just looking maybe at the thing that's been targeted, right? They're looking
Yeah.
around for something to shoot.
Yeah.
Indeed. So that's one of the big improvements. That is small detail.
And I
that
don't really
also
want to
really,
say much
really
about
like.
the
It's
AI
also-
yet.
If you have a unit in fire at will and they are firing at someone in front of them, the front lines will be able to shoot.
It
but
looks
the people in
so
the back
good
might not
after
be.
the
They
fight,
might
man.
be, blocked by their own,
Like, it already
their own
looked a
allies.
bit
But if there's another enemy unit to the side,
shabby
that one
at
of
the
soldiers
beginning.
on the left flank can see, they will
But
shoot.
now-
at them. So units
Awesome.
can, with fire at will, fire at multiple different enemy units at the same time,
looks so much
depending on
better.
how much they're blocked and depending on individual and
Yeah.
soldier sidelines.
Yeah, it can end up being like really cool, especially if you're sort of like on a little like hump of the terrain where you're sort of straddling a little bit of.
Those are the new
terrain.
troops he called in,
That
right?
bottom half of the unit might then go, oh, hang on, I can't quite hit that thing on the left, but you know, you might get almost half of your unit basically firing at something else valuable, which feels super good. But I mean, on that,
That's cool.
And this has been a huge challenge, right? But trying to get units to fire cleanly, you know, over little bumps and whatnot, make sure that those checks and the shots all come together. We put a lot of work into that. And again, when we get to the closed beta, I think we're really keen to hear feedback on the smoothness and the responsiveness and how this all.
It really
feels.
sounds like they're getting closer to it.
We try to
I
explain
assume
where
that
the
we are
lights
getting a
are
date
fire.
after
So, like, when
the
you're on the whole
Gamescom.
opponent, you'll see like a little line that basically appears broken or not, kind of showing you where the line of sight breaker is. So if you do right click, your unit is probably going to move. It's like, okay, oh, I can't see it, it'll move. Or it's like, yep, you're all good to go. That should have, you know, the best part of the unit firing.
Yep.
It's quite finicky stuff. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's you know, there's lots of little fine values to play with, but I think we've landed somewhere that feels really comfortable and smooth. It's a combination of all sorts of things, but to bring it together. But
The music
yeah,
is
we're
also
keen-
really
we're keen
good.
To have people
So far in the background.
all
Oh
of
my
you go
god,
play
look
it
at the
and try it.
While they're doing
destruction.
all those checks, they're also checking what's the right weapon to use here.
Yes.
Right? Which is,
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to see the POV of the
I'd also like
orcs.
to talk a little bit about sentry mode since we're talking about these
Yes.
different range behaviors.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I think we may have to just. We probably won't finish a third battle, but we've still got suppression and flanking fire to talk about,
Oh, yeah.
and there's no one.
yes.
left. So I'm going to put us back.
Could we just hover over sentry mode? To talk a
Yes,
little bit
hover over
about it?
sentry mode. Then
Yeah.
while you're talking about that, we'll get Will to set back up, and we just need some suppression and some flanking fire, and then
Yeah.
we'll move on to
And
the
then
next.
we'll move on.
I think we
Oh,
can-
that's interesting.
Sentry mode, also a relatively small feature, but I've seen some people in the forums asking if this was going to be a thing. It's a bit of a guard mode for ranged in a way.
Good.
It allows you to mark an enemy target. Basically, you're telling this unit, whenever you can shoot at that specific enemy, that's
Do
who you're
it.
shooting. And this
Oh,
allows
that's
you to keep your
cool.
unit in cover. Let's say you have them very
That
high
also
position,
helps you
position,
really
have the
to
enemy line
just-
advancing on you, and you're like, I really want my
Not to
cascade
check targets
shoot
all the time.
that knob. So not anyone else. So you give him a sentry order on that enemy, and now you don't have to worry that they're going to move out of position with the ranged attack.
Yeah.
They will stay in cover. As soon as they can shoot that, they will. And it also allows you to disconnect your ranged attack in a way from movement. So you can paint the target and then give a move order, and they will keep shooting at that target with fire while moving, prioritizing the
Oh,
one.
that's cool.
It's super handy, super versatile. It really.
I know
does
it's not
manage,
to,
like,
to
I
make this
really
clear.
need them to
Yes,
pay attention
I'm
to that.
aware. This is
Shows
not the
up.
first time a strategy game has been doing
Until
this.
then, carry on.
Look, I've been playing games for over 30 years now. I'm
Well,
old.
We're going to see if
I've
you
seen
can
them.
get the battle.
The thing is
restarted
just
by the time we've finished talking about some of the things that you're going to show. So we did see it. pop
Having
up
that
a few
option
times
is
during
important.
That battle, especially when things were being shot
Right.
with small arms fire.
Yep.
Suppression.
Yes.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
let's talk about
suppression and
that.
How does it work?
So suppression, again, yes, like you said, small arms fire. It's basically a tool to slow down enemies' output, right? So it slows down the rate of fire of the opponent that you're firing at.
Yep.
And it can also
So very much like
physically
Company of
slow down,
Heroes.
make them slower. So basically, it's a way to punish you approaching
That's good.
directly in the open, willy nilly, just charging headlong without any other sort of strategy. And will basically be a limit.
It's kind of funny that they're not mentioning Company of Heroes anymore because
similar units as well.
the devs don't work for Sega anymore. And they're like,
again, it's something that we're working on in terms of like the stats and how we really want it to work. So I'm really keen.
suppression will be a
Beta
big
to
topic, I fear.
talk about how it's working and
I think this will be a big
Yeah,
topic
ultimately it's there to sort
when the
of
game is
slow down
out.
the output. Because again, we don't necessarily want, and this has been a challenge here. We don't want every combat to end super fast, right? What's fun about Total War is watching it and taking it in, but also it just needs to be something you can play at a pace and understand and take in whilst you're controlling all the stuff. So yeah, it's one way to sort of like slow things down and punish things that are going to approach you, directly in the open.
Absolutely.
But we still want things to be able to approach you. Not
There are
every
tools.
faction. Not
There
every
are
faction
tools.
is based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
ranged combat, of course.
Yeah.
Some are more tailored towards melee. Some
for
are
it,
more
Will.
tailored towards ranged.
Yeah, absolutely. So orcs might have a few tricks to avoid suppression or not worrying about suppression, for example, and certain units as well. Are more or less bothered about it. For example, your tanks, your vehicles. It's hard to suppress them generally, right? Like you can sort of blind them by firing a bunch of twinkling las guns at them. But yeah, ultimately there are different tools for the job, right? So maybe leading the charge with some sort of vehicle to sort of break through and then getting your stuff in, or just chucking in a load.
I would
of
love to see a different approach.
down because hey, it's Gretchen and boys.
That's not the
That is
third
all
time.
something
I know he is using like a
And,
true or
I just wanna
try
get a couple of
tactic
questions in chat
here.
that I'm trying to keep in my brain. So the one of the things
But I would
saw
like
was
to
someone saying,
see
does that mean they'll
different
obviously
approaches
the characters
to
being
this
paired
fight.
with the bodyguard? Does that mean there'll never be any single entities on their own?
No. So we are obviously.
Oh.
So obviously, no one knows anything yet. We are going. That's not fair. We are going to have single entity units, yes, but most of your characters, unless they are like super powerful and super standout, are going to come with a bodyguard.
Yeah.
And this again is something that we're
I mean, the
really
Baneblade is
on
technically
your specialization of these units
single. The tanks are single.
Be able to make adjustments to the
I
bodyguard
think
that they have
some
with
of the
them,
demons, like if we ever get a
what their
Bloodthirster,
et cetera, in terms of, are they
right?
Kazakin, are they not?
Or Great Unclean One. Well, the
to
Great
be able to
Unclean
tailor
One could
around
run around with some Nurglings.
It's not.
So
It's not a game of throwing out your single hero and slogging away with your single hero, especially because when you look at a lot of the characters, especially for the ASM, the Astra Militarum, they are humans, right? So we don't want to have just a single commissar just punching his way through hordes. That isn't right.
did you just say that Yarrick cannot destroy the Orc Hogs on themselves?
Answer the question.
Mate,
Said, are we able to shoot the cover?
that's
that
not.
You can shoot the destructible buildings, yeah. So the destructible the buildings. Can
Make
be
sure
targeted,
that the Inquisition doesn't hear about this.
to either drop them on
Just
opponents,
saying.
open up line of sight. So actually, this is a cool space here, right? Because you can make some decisions. You can decide to take these buildings out before the orcs arrive, and then you can you've got a clear firing line to shoot at them. You can wait to try and spring a trap and drop it on them if you'd like as well, and that will hopefully be quite effective if this comes in. Way there we go, and that will probably hurt quite a bit as well. So there are different ways to use these tools.
I wonder if you can
Because
go
might
into
expect
the
different
buildings.
Units and different weapons will be more or less effective against the building. So we first started shooting some las guns at a building, and it doesn't do much.
And obviously, while all of you
I will
guys-
be say I'm a little bit sad about this army.
We haven't gotten this build right.
There's
but
no
while the
artillery
guys
here.
all,
Where's my
is
where's
doing well,
my
I do think
artilleries?
one of the things I'd say the strength of the card system we've got
Where
here
my
is we have
Hydras at?
22 units. At the moment in our current Total War titles, showing 22 units squashes so much, but it feels here when I've got 40 guard out, I've got a little bit more room here to play with, which is very nice. So another question someone had, and I don't know how much we can say about it. I've not really asked anyone, but a bit.
You're asking now. Oh
so
god.
psychers. So how would psychers be represented if they're part of a bodyguard group? Would they have an ability?
Right, yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely. So it would then
Yes.
give the unit, once you've clicked on it, the appropriate ability, and then when you cast it, that Psyker is going to, within the unit, pop that out there.
Yeah.
Of course,
Okay.
what can happen is that Psyker can also die,
Yeah.
and then you will lose access to that
Yes.
ability as part of the unit.
And those unit cards, they dynamically update.
Oh,
right? So if
cool. So you can take out the
it's gonna
Psyker,
say
but basically the commander can still be active, but you cannot use the Psyker abilities anymore.
Okay, suppression. We've spoken about suppression. You've
Cool.
said that bit.
So that was
Oh.
suppression.
Flanking fire.
So much to talk about. Flanking fire.
Yes.
This is something we're actively
Light flanking, there we go.
working on how this works. We're not completely happy with the implementation that we currently have in, but the aim here is to make sure that flanking is present with range, right? So what this is doing is if you're getting around opponents and
That's an interesting choice.
making it easier to hit them.
Yeah.
We are actually playing with the armor a little bit as well, but it feels a little bit too, frankly, it's a bit too abstract. We're not super happy, like I said, with the solutions we've got at the moment. We're working through some stuff, but the aim is to make sure that we are rewarding that positional gameplay, right? So flanking fire really matters. It's definitely going to.
I love that the announcer is a space marine, by the way.
Gameplay is super important. Important part of what Total War is.
Yep.
You know, breaking the will of your opponent is just as valid as breaking the bodies of your opponent.
And sometimes it is more effective.
Depending on the situation.
I'm really curious how they manage that.
We wanted to make sure that's rewarded. So if you're getting around your opponents, you're going to trigger flanking fire.
Oh,
and
that
you're
didn't do too much.
as well.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
And you can see the little orange arrows showing up on the unit cards as well as the IDs. That's kind of what indicates if a unit is getting flanked or if it's getting suppressed.
Oh,
Absolutely.
there we go. Okay, okay.
Okay, there's so many little questions. A lot of these actually, I think,
Definitely plays it a little bit less
but the point of
efficient this
is
time.
we've called this Alpha Strike, right, on range combat. We're trying to go as deep into everything as we can. That means we won't have time for every question because there are so many other things still to cover. And speaking
I
of,
have
the
a
next
lot
thing
of
we will be
questions.
talking about is cover.
But there is a beta. Remember, there's a beta.
There is a
right?
beta.
There's a
You
beta,
get
and you can do the thing.
Exactly.
I need the beta.
Okay, I think,
Sorry, the beta.
Will, your watch is over, and I think we're going to be able to move on to the clips now. So thank you so much for playing
Well
That
done,
was
Will.
great.
times.
That was
That may be the
cool.
last time,
I love
last time we
that.
see that battle. So
Don't play it.
you know, we'll wave it goodbye. Probably not the last time we see the map. It's a very cool map. But right, cover. So we touched on it a little bit.
Yes.
We've said cover affects your evasion, right? But
We saw that,
what
yes.
we have here is a little clip of what it's like when you don't have cover and you're charging into someone who does. So both of these are shooting at each other.
Yep.
I mean, that should be a disaster, especially for the guardsmen, huh?
This is kind of like a wombo combo of what not to do when approaching an
Yeah, the
opponent.
101
A
of
single unit
not doing
running
this
an opponent into
shit.
cover, so they're moving and firing, right? That's going to be reducing their accuracy. You see them sort of getting broken
Look
apart
at
here.
this.
They're getting suppressed.
I am so curious to see how the Elder play.
It's harder to hit. So it's all sort of sticking things together. However, and look at that guy stumbling around. However, they do have some quite good weapons to counter cover, like flamers, you know, which we really don't mind.
Still good enough. It was multiple teams, I think.
But yeah,
was it just
that
one?
was an
I think it was
extreme
just one.
situation.
Just
Of,
one.
Yeah.
You run at that, you're gonna end up in pain. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is all cover identical?
No, so
Oh.
we have a couple of types of cover. We're going to have a lighter cover that'll be reserved for sort of your more natural, like shrub-like stuff, trees, etc. And then we have standard cover,
Yeah.
and that's this here. So yeah, moving into that, we did also discuss.
Look at that. There is
phrases.
nothing happening right
So I
now
guess
with the...
going
You
over
cannot
the
see
cover,
that because my stupid
Yeah,
face
I
is
mean,
in the
aside
way.
from the cover that's already on the map,
But you can
if
see
can
there that nothing
bring
happened till the
bring in
flamethrowers
enough
now
bombs
came
to
into
make a
position.
battleground.
Absolutely, it doesn't gain all of the benefits.
And you can just see that here.
It still gives you that incidental effect of the projectile. Again, we've spoken
Look
about
at that.
projectiles will actually
Wow.
hit that cover piece, and they then make a check as to whether they should be able to penetrate it, right? Like, because some things can go straight through. They can damage it, they can destroy it, or they can go straight through it, right? So that makes a difference. This is very upsetting.
pretty insane unit.
This is a pretty balmy unit. So the specialists within this unit, they are carrying a bunch of flamers, right? And they've gotten close enough to be able to bring them to bear. We're fighting against an opponent who actually isn't very well teed up to deal with a light unit as well. They're much more,
They're very
tuned.
plasma focused.
But they
Yeah,
are
exactly. So
still very
they're-
effective.
Why this works, why it's cool, is because they're firing infrequently, right? And the things that they're firing are like not maybe even like the most, sometimes not the most accurate things, right?
Yeah.
So basically, like they're firing slowly, and it matters when they miss. So they're better at firing at big targets that are easier to hit. So when they're firing at lots of little things, that slow rate of fire really does start to hurt,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
But it
you wanna
was
be
still
sure
very
to make
close
sure
for
you have
them.
sorts of things
Like, look at that. Before the
But yeah, getting
flamer,
close enough with the right
this
kind of
was where
weapon.
it turned around.
It can. I will say in this clip,
But if they wouldn't have managed that, like 1 or 2 seconds more,
because the Cassicans throw some grenades in and they kill half the flamers,
Really?
and then they struggle to come back from
Oh,
losing
really?
that many of their flamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's worth mentioning like these examples of guardsmen running in the open against things.
Yeah.
It's generally a really bad idea.
a really
Like,
bad
for lots of
idea,
reasons,
yeah.
Even when you are in cover and when you
Hey,
get to put your units
Elgrins!
into like these proper cover areas in the maps, they
Get
will
'em,
break out of
boys.
the formation. They will occupy the space in a way that feels natural, and they will naturally break their block. If you are in outside of cover, just on the ground, they will be blocked because that's kind of what defines the unit. But that in itself, it's also the disadvantage of being out of cover is your unit is blobbed up. If the enemy decides to bombard you,
Probably my first
they
playthrough
are
will
going to
be with
suffer
the Imperial
heavily.
Guard.
And we can see here, like, cover helps against range combat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if they've charged
Doesn't
in,
necessarily help against.
I know everyone will play
one
the
of the ways
Space
to deal with an
Marines.
entrenched unit is to
Don't
get
get
in
me
there
wrong,
with something
I
that
like
can punch
Space
hard,
Marines,
and
but
punch it. Obviously there's challenges there because you don't want.
I think
to
there are too many games
draw-
with Space
dive
Marines
up.
already.
But getting into a position where you can get them close enough, using the terrain, suppressing the opponent.
I don't
using a unit
need
can
that. I
jump,
like the guard.
like your Storm Boys or your Assault
I really do.
Intercessors with jump packs.
The whole
They can all,
concept.
help sort of give you a tool to counter
units
cover,
they
or
have.
just blow them up. Like if you have a bombardment and you want to spend it there, then sure, you can get away with really disrupting the opponent and then sending in a wave after.
Not an
to
old
sort of
player.
clear them up. So there's some lots of really cool.
Never have been.
Synergy there.
Eldar, we will see.
Yeah, look at them punching. There's a neat little moment in this as well, actually. So
We haven't seen
shooting.
anything.
Always shooting. So firing in melee, we developed a feature to support shooting when in melee. So they are literally when the situation is right.
I mean, it
they've
makes
got
sense. The
bullets in
Ogrins
the
basically
chamber,
running around
they're
here
gonna pull the
with
trigger.
their
That really
shotguns.
helps with,
They have
getting
a special
across the
name. I
right
always
kind of
forget.
feeling
I'm
towards
bad
units.
with
Again,
names.
these
I'm
Ogrins
really
are
shit
guns,
with
right?
names.
That thing
Um,
is horrifying, right? The
Yeah.
bayonet is scary enough, but it's kind of like a horrific shotgun, right? Like a chain shotgun. It's scary, and unloading that into someone's chest is going to be incredibly effective. So it really helps the units. Sort of
You
have
could
to
say
give
that.
them, Weapons to make them powerful at close quarters and sort of
Yeah, and it's not just for units that are actively engaged in a melee engagement. When a unit of a bigger unit entity count is engaged in melee, maybe the front line is fighting in melee, but the back line would just be waiting. But with this system, the back line that is idle, if they have a sight, they can pop off some shots as a ranged order instead of just waiting for
Cool.
their turn to melee.
they're opportunistically kind of.
Can't wait to show everyone Assault Intercessors.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
That's
so
freaking cool,
excited
man.
to show Assault Intercessors. We'll get there.
Oh.
yeah.
We will.
That's
You
not
will
today.
see
I'm
it,
sorry.
man.
I just realised that's not
No, it's
today.
not.
But we will be showing them. They're cool.
I have shown this clip before, but someone asked a question that that I think Pedro you'd be able to answer of what guns are they prioritizing at any time? So it's the actual question was with weapons that have got different ranges, what will a unit prioritize during an attack order? So the flamers here, when are they knowing how to prioritize them?
Yeah, so typically the way this works is
When they're in range,
each
right, and they
group
have a
within the
target.
unit will have a primary weapon, and this primary weapon tends to be their all-rounder, the weapon that they will use when they don't have any other option that is better.
And when it makes sense,
Usually we try
yeah.
to make this weapon the weapon that has the largest range,
Yep.
and this will then be, it'll be their default. It'll be what characterizes the unit is that they will do this most times. The secondary weapons that can be swapped to, they will usually be shorter range or capped at specific enemy parameters to switch into. So the flamers, they don't care that much. They just care about being close enough.
Yep.
But throwing a crack grenade, for example, you will use it when you have a high AP enemy, but not necessarily if you're fighting against infantry.
Right.
But it's usually proximity. It's whether that weapon is ready to fire.
So they're
It's,
really just checking
a
if it
whole
makes
suite of controls
sense.
that the
I think
design
that's also
just
good.
go crazy with that we've built for them. So it
That's
gives us the chance
also
to build all
really
sorts of units
important.
in the future of this game.
So, but again, that right click is
Yes.
for the primary group basically, and then managing whether you get into range for your flamers, etc. That's about moving your unit into the position. We're gonna show the core different ranges on the
fire arc,
on the fire arcs,
It's,
but on inspection, because obviously it starts to get quite noisy.
The thing that I would like to stress though is like there's a lot of complexity to these systems. There's a lot of
The
complexity.
one thing I don't like,
40K can
and
be,
thankfully it's a
and if you're that kind of
relatively
player,
minor
dig
nitpick
really
because
deep
I still
into
don't
it
know
and
if it is
maximize your usage of the unit,
the end
the
product,
exact right range,
the
like
flamer.
exact right target to get the most.
The
out of
fire
all
is
the different weapons
super
you have.
noisy
But
and
if
doesn't
you
look
don't want
good.
to go that deep, then that's fine as well. The unit will always try to do the best it can do with the weapons it has, given its circumstance. So you don't have to worry about that layer of complexity if you don't want to.
Yeah,
Cool.
like we said earlier.
I really
especially
wonder
with
if you can have an army which is
Assault,
completely
like the icing on the
ineffective
cake,
and
they'll
does
make
zero
that
damage to their
difference,
opponents.
But, broadly,
Like,
it all sounds
if
to
the
everyone.
enemy is coming up
You've
with
got
only
guards lined up
tanks
firing their las
and
guns
you have
down,
only
best
light units
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna
with zero heavy damage, I wonder if
morale in
that...
the game.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is there? Do you run out of ammo?
No.
You do not.
Awesome.
Or you're answering them quicker than I can read the next one.
Should we elaborate a little bit? We should probably elaborate a little
Our
bit.
grenades are thing. Yes, we'll be showing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the there
It
was
makes
someone asking
sense.
about units that move and shoot in Warhammer 3. They struggle to shoot and move, but I think we've spoken about that earlier.
We've
It's
made a
not
lot of
very
We've done a
consistent.
lot of
Yeah, yeah.
improvements.
Yeah,
to
it definitely sounds like
detach
it.
the movement from the shooting, so that they can
Yeah.
do both independently, and they can shoot and be responsive and start shooting immediately
Yes.
as when you want it. But come to
Yep.
the closed beta, play the game
Yep.
for the hundreds of hours you can.
Yep.
Give us
Yep.
feedback on that.
Can you
Yeah.
customize a unit's appearance?
Yes,
Yes.
a bit.
Yeah.
Is splash damage from exploding vehicles a thing?
Splash damage from exploding vehicles
Yeah.
is a thing. Yeah, we can blow up vehicles. Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, there's
Not just vehicles.
It didn't. So it didn't happen. It not just Some people will explode depending on the kit that they have. Or
People will
your
also explode.
plasma. So that it didn't happen in the playthrough there, unfortunately. But we have
this.
a system
More.
that we're calling sort of systemic or chaotic deaths.
Yep.
So if you kill,
That's a lot of
battle line,
grenade
there's a
throwers
chance that
here.
it will sort of veer off. And you've seen it
Ooh,
with
but
the,
they have more.
Stormboys, right, where they're coiling off and exploding. There's a chance that vehicles will also get up to that mischief too, right? So they might veer off and crash into something and explode, all through a number of different chances and what hit it, etc. And we're using that in a number of really interesting ways. I'd love to get into detail with that in another one. Maybe,
Yeah, that'd be
Josh,
cool.
So,
A kind of question, maybe request, was if guardsmen aren't in combat for 30 seconds, would they then take the time to reload?
They will, but it's something that we're still kind of fiddling with, basically.
Oh, interesting.
How do trees work in terms of blocking projectiles?
You're going to shoot them.
They
and
will
then
block
get
them.
hit, and then they're going to fall down or
eventually
explode.
get
gonna
destroyed.
shoot the tree. What's the question?
Okay. I think that's all the questions I can rapid fire. Other ones I've seen that have been asked, we have actually answered earlier. So here we're talking about height, right? So
Height.
differences in colour.
I like how you moved your hand.
And they can't see
Like-
me.
yeah,
So
exactly.
Height.
Remember, this is height. Though. Height.
Yes.
Height.
Yeah. So height.
Yes,
again,
and?
positional gameplay really matters.
Wow, so even-
and an important part of that is out positioning.
Can I just say they
Height
finally
matters,
fixed the
really
freaking
100%
height
of,
difference?
simulation, and a few
The
levers.
stupid I have the high ground, which sometimes doesn't work in Warhammer Total War.
What's happening here again is an improvement to the accuracy of the unit. So these guardsmen on the left.
Oh my god, we're getting an
right? So they're
accuracy
firing down at them and they're getting
buff.
a bonus to their accuracy, which is
Thank the
overcoming,
Emperor, man.
that cover bonus, right? So now it's like a
Thank the
almost a direct
Emperor.
answer to the cover is get above it and fire down into it.
Oh.
But alongside that, there's a simulated aspect, right? Which is that when they're firing at them, they are physically higher than them. So all those collisions, those things that would block the projectiles, the sandbags, etc., they're firing over them now, right? They're firing down into the cover. So the simulation is also sort of boosting the effectiveness. That you can
It's
see there.
amazing.
this is the most dramatic one we've had. Yeah.
And the grenades are putting in lead work here to sort of try and
The other ones only
combat.
had flamers, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they-
exactly.
They're in trouble.
But you can really see like the unit that's firing up, because this is an extreme situation. They're barely actually getting hits off now on the guard that are firing down onto them. So it's a huge advantage to be able to get up into
Wow.
a position that's higher and fire down into another one.
Look
It's
at
still better
that.
to be in cover than not.
Yeah,
frankly,
they both
but,
have
yeah,
cover,
it's a
and the right one.
And this
The
is
greens
the most extreme
just
example I could create, but really it is the grenade launchers are doing a ton of work there, because we're talking
Don't
about
really
tracking
get any
all the
damage.
individual projectiles, right? Billion of
Yes.
them on screen.
yeah, God, whoa. You heard it
Maybe
here
you do it.
first. Okay.
Watch this for hours.
So you can see them all fire. It's all being tracked, and that is they do need to be able to find a path to their target, right? So they're not going to clip through the bottom of that ramp
No.
and then 90 degrees up and go
No.
and hit the guy.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's
We have
crazy.
had some fun bugs where people shoot the cover in front of them and sometimes
Yeah.
blow themselves up.
Oh.
There have been some.
I think there's a
Sounds
couple
like
of
the
instances
guard.
in this clip where
If
it
somebody's asking me.
Yeah. And
it can happen.
where it makes sense, yeah, we have rules and controls, and we'll put in rules and controls to make it feel smooth and feel good. But
Yep.
our attitude towards developing a lot of this stuff is we start by going to the simulation
Yes.
and trying to get it to simulate, and then sort of bringing in the abstractions that are appropriate
Yep.
to make it feel and play nice, right? So we try and make sure we are doing justice to the simulation.
Yes.
Man, that
Speaking
sounds
of, let's
crazy good. It sounds like 10,000 times better than what they ever did in Total War Warhammer.
let's do changing grenades.
Yeah.
Oh?
yeah. Caveat.
Oh yeah, we toned this down.
We've done this down quite a bit.
So they only throw one.
Yeah, so you can see there was a frag grenade throw there on the top. We're going to now target the Bane Blade. Good luck. But a crack grenade goes off.
Grenade.
Pop. So yeah, massively toned down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is how it works.
Pew pew the
If you could ever
Beyblade.
get yourself
And the Beyblade is
where
like,
you could
huh?
Kazakin to there,
Somebody
I mean,
knocking?
absolutely gutted.
Yes.
But again, it's more just demonstrating that.
And this is a good time also to talk about.
Get the cracks out.
We'll talk about formations after because I think you also want to say something about how choosing.
We need a melter bomb.
Grenades, right? But there was a lot of discussion about formations, what they're standing in. You can see the
Yes.
Kazakin are standing differently to the guard.
Yep.
Oh,
So some
yeah.
stand more loose and look more modern.
It's-
Some, if it's appropriate,
makes
stand
them
more modern.
easier
It was a really interesting
shoot.
discussion to go on, and one that's been internal too a lot about just like making sure we capture the feeling of everything. And why I think it's one of the reasons I think it's so divided is because kind of like everyone's kind of right, you know, like in some instances some things should be standing in blocks, you know, and in some instances they should be standing loose. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of that, again, I think it's something we're really keen to work with everyone on and make sure that we are representing the units in a way that feels right. So you know, when it comes to the case by case basis, we obviously have the take that we put in, but we're gonna chat through and get the beta and talk about, you know, adjusting parameters. But yeah, we definitely have more modern looking and feeling ones, and we'll have things that look.
I mean, there was one of the
little
bigger
fun detail. You saw the
problems
Storm Boys
with range
sort of look
units
oddly regimented for orcs, right?
in
And that's because
Warhammer.
Storm Boys, they're kind of the
Right.
they're the rebellious youths, right, of the orcs, and so they are actually quite
So
into,
often just
marching
standing
drills and
around
order and that
doing
sort of thing.
nothing,
So
and you
like,
couldn't
we
do
think it's a
anything
fun
about
way to
it.
represent,
And
like,
here
the
it
orcs
seems
and
like,
the-
yeah, they will also do nothing and standing around.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's
You'll have your go through. All right.
on
we'll
you,
talk about
kind of.
strafing.
Yeah.
We only have 2
let's
clips
see.
left,
Okay,
so we
all
promised about an hour, and it's just
Okay.
over now. So
This one's a good one.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
strafing, yeah, we can now move backwards and shoot at stuff.
yes.
Yep.
So good.
Obviously, can seem like a very small thing, but it makes such a big difference.
Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure. I think just being able to keep.
I mean, they're definitely much slower, and the orcs are gaining space.
Keep looking at that direction, move around it, move backwards, get away from it. It's so useful. It's very powerful, and it makes for some really fun, you know, sort of lures and baits and traps. For example, you could be moving back here, but then pulling these guys into like a flank, for example.
Yeah.
So
And
there's
now
some
they're
really cool
melee.
stuff that you can do with it.
Yeah, but it's not just free, right? You have some.
No.
You have some disadvantages.
Yes.
If you're going to do
And that's actually a question.
a retreat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone
yeah,
asking
yeah.
if accuracy is affected by strafing, running, suppression.
For sure. So kind of
Okay.
as we spoke about earlier, different units will be better or worse at doing this. Most stuff, especially your run-of-the-mill infantry, is not amazing at moving and shooting and moving backwards and whatnot. They can pull it off. It avoids you having to like show your back, which can be really helpful. If there's an opponent close, you know, spraying bullets at them is definitely better than not.
Yeah.
But there are some units that can be extremely proficient in it. So,
Yes.
for example, Space Marines, they are very, very good at moving, shooting, moving back.
Oh my
moving
god,
sideways,
that would
and
be
it makes it
crazy. So
very
that could be one of the
dynamic
things which really excels a good or bad Space Marine player, right? By the one who really learns how to strafe and to move backwards while shooting and using that, because the Space Marines are coming with their own cover, so to speak.
So tanks reverse, obviously. You know, they've got tracks, they can't slide sideways. So where it makes
Like,
sense,
and
things can
then
move
the
back
Space
and
Marine
they can
player
move
who doesn't do
left,
that
diagonal, etc. Actually, that's okay.
will be kind of shit.
But yeah, won't get
Up,
into it.
down.
Yeah, everywhere.
It would be really interesting.
But something's going to need reverse, right? And that's part of the play of them, right? So tanks, they need to turn to the direction that they're facing, obviously, before they start moving in. But if you've got a hover tank like a repulsor or something like that,
Yeah.
then it can move sideways.
Sideways is pretty good too.
Wow,
That can
even
make
sideways.
some pretty annoying tanks when it comes to things like Eldari.
Well,
So
fluff
that's
me
really fun.
sideways.
Yeah.
You know, all these debuffs when you're strafing had to go in the game, because when we first introduced this and we started playing, every battle was resolved by who could get up to the enemy and then walk backwards.
Yeah, I'm glad that they are mentioning that.
How much would the
I kind of had that in my back of my head and be like,
There's
whoa.
blood in all of these clips, and this is the
Yep.
game.
Yeah. You want those limbs popping off?
Yes.
They're going to pop off.
And you will end up if someone manages to survive.
I have played quite a few Total War games, so whoa. But it seems like they have that covered.
Because some people have already noticed it. I recorded these clips over like a couple of different days, and every time I'd boot in and I'd grab one, I'd quit. The way it works is the there's different like lightings and skyboxes that can load in.
Yep.
So that is why the lighting looks slightly different in all of them.
Also, then that's a different biome.
Yes,
it
oh
is.
yeah,
yeah,
we,
work in
we
progress,
loaded, it's
but
the
yeah.
same map, but we put it in
Yeah, in a
Arid.
different biome. So,
Also,
yeah.
there's a little detail here.
Another one more.
The demo we were playing before, I mentioned that the Fog of War shader wasn't present, but it is present in these clips.
Oh yes,
Sneaky stuff.
see,
We'll let you all pour over
Yeah.
this, and you'll find
but
all
yeah,
sorts of
this
stuff.
was the same map with Arid because that's something I think me and you spoke about on the show
Yes.
and tell of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
different
yeah.
maps having different environments.
Yeah.
So now people will be able to see exactly how drastic that change
Yeah,
would be.
yeah, it can be really striking in terms of the visual.
Okay, and I had to say that because the tank, the Baneblade, looks very different because I got literally like the two most extreme kinds of lighting I can get on a map for the two different shots with the Baneblade in.
And a lot of again, that little
Yes,
it's
it's all development
in progress, right?
Okay, this is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite clip, and it's the one we'll be talking about last. Sweeping fire.
Indeed.
Oh.
Oh no!
So when things shoot a lot,
Whoa.
it would be bad if they had just shot in front. So now things can also sweep their fire across an enemy unit.
Yeah.
So if you're firing at the enemy
Oh,
unit,
yeah,
the
that's
Baneblade has all
far
these
more
stats and all this
effective than
firepower.
Warhammer Total
They
War.
will sweep through the enemy unit to get as many of them as
Holy
they can. And they're gone.
moly. And it's gone.
Magic trick.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out that is a unit that is that's an Orc Boy unit.
Yeah.
It's not a particularly late game.
Oh yeah,
unit,
that's tier 1, probably the first unit you get.
This is one of the most precious, most expensive, most powerful units you're going to get in the game. In a very good
Yes.
situation to be firing at that. I kind of feel silly talking about the pacing earlier. About some things will happen fast.
Yes.
So yeah, there's.
I mean, it's a tier 1 unit
cover
basically
versus
fighting
most
against the
expensive
what,
thing I
tier
could find.
5 unit,
Absolutely,
elite.
Yeah, like throw out as many bolts as you can imagine.
It's
awesome.
Yeah, do that in Total War Warhammer and you
And
will
if you
have
40 of them,
similar
maybe we'll get a
effects,
billion
like
points.
throwing some spearmen
Maybe. I guess it
against
depends on how
a
you like it to play as
bloodthirster.
well.
Yeah, exactly.
See what
Yeah,
happens.
'cause again, as part of the specializations,
Right.
the sponsons and what you have attached to your tanks make a difference. So obviously this has been spec'd out in a way where it's got the las cannons, it's got the bolters, but you can change the main battle cannon on the tank, and that can massively change the overall function
Oh.
of the tank itself.
Man,
These turrets
that
also
would be
got up to
crazy. Can you think about that?
stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
But they actually have a feature, it sounds like it, that they will have a feature where you can choose like at least some of the weapons
Those bolters are going to be focused on busting up the chaff.
you put on your vehicles and your units, and you can swap that out.
Like to pick at that.
Yeah.
But if you do right click on something,
Especially with Space Marines, it makes sense because
towards the thing you told it to.
And one thing to point out,
a lot of Space Marines are very versatile with the weapons they utilize, and they're pretty much the same units.
Yes. Yeah.
Shooting through itself. So you'll see some shots where it hits itself because this is kind of mid us experimenting with
Yeah.
that.
It's a fun balance as well, because what we don't want is for like pure frustration, right? We don't want you to have to go and
In a very specific angle.
yeah,
Yeah.
fiddle around with your tank, like to just get all of the things firing. That doesn't mean we want this,
Yes.
right? Like we can control sort of the angles and the tolerances and how far things go. So it is I don't think this is quite what we want, but it's
love
a
the
fine
last
tune
shot
of just adjusting like
just
how
by the
far
last
things can
Orc Boy.
fire and whatnot,
It's
without
like,
making
oh,
it, like,
we
sort of
missed one.
feel
Pew.
frustrating.
Okay.
Or
Yes.
You want it to be able to fire, and it really does. It gets your heart down
Yep.
when things don't shoot. I love.
No, leave it on.
Kind of hitting them at the beginning. And it's just so
it's great.
Those poor boys.
I'll ask you one other question, and I don't know the answer, so we'll find out together. Can a bullet ricochet and hit someone else?
So we're not doing ricochets at the moment. No. So yeah, that isn't something that we've got.
There's
in-
on the tank when it was being shot. I think they could see a lot
So
of.
there are visual ricochets.
Yes.
But at the point that the bullet ricochets, it will no longer be able to collide.
I
with
think
them.
that's a good thing.
Shotgun yourself accidentally if you shoot
I
a tank.
think that's a
Not
good
necessarily.
thing.
No, but a neat thing about that, actually, is a cool thing to point at, is that what that's representing is the damage that's being done, right?
It
So-
would
so
be
ricochets are
very
kind of
chaotic
representing,
at
and
some
big sparks and
point,
things like that are
because there's a
representing
lot
NAF damage.
technically
Not all
which
things
can
will look like a
ricochet.
But what we're saying is like that thing hit and it didn't really bite in.
Right. So
Right.
it's,
And
it's a
then
visual indication of the damage you're doing.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
and how effective the unit is being.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you get like a really chunky,
I like that.
What we want is to be able to say at a distance or at a good space, you can see something hitting something, and go, that looks like it hurts, because it does,
Yeah.
right? And so we're trying to sort of get that to sit nicely.
Getting shot hurts. You heard it here
I
first.
mean,
So much to talk about.
we fit as much as we can in that 1 hour with one battle and a few clips to show.
Yeah.
But That is the last thing. I've seen it, and so many times I've gone, oh, I'll just make sure we mention that. Optimization.
Yes.
So this build wasn't the most optimized build.
It
and
runs
running on the most optimized
smoothly.
version of the hardware. Optimization is ongoing at all times,
Yeah,
right? But something that
much.
mainly comes more towards the end.
Yeah, indeed. So obviously we're trying to get the game playable and show it off and show you the real game, not a dressed up version of it.
Yes.
So the game's
Yeah.
not ready to ship. So it's not fully optimized. We're gonna run into some issues.
I-
we're gonna run
I
into some
think
frame
it
drops. But
looked
this is also
pretty
for you to
well.
see that,
And
we're
believe
showing you
me,
the real deal.
Yes.
I have seen
But
some
at
Total
the
War
moment, the team
games.
is working really hard on it. I'm really proud of everyone. I think we're doing a great job getting to where we need to be.
Like Total Warhammer is a
We
fantastic
remember
example,
it's
right? I still remember
Yes.
at the beginning it was
And-
kind of
And,
ass.
and there was
It was.
we're
I know
finish up in a second,
there were
but
some
when
people
we
who were
do
like,
see-
it's completely
we have
fine,
a
it's
link
just
to
your
it later.
hardware, mate.
Um,
Yeah, your
please
hardware
do sign
is
up. If
shit.
you liked what you
It's
saw,
like,
if you didn't like what you saw,
right.
sign up to the beta. Give us your feedback on it.
Right.
Lovely.
And then like 2 years later,
I know
when they have
someone who might-
optimized it, it was like,
Thank you very much, everyone.
wow.
Thank you so much
And
for-
now it runs smoothly, and I haven't changed a single bit of my hardware. I wonder what happened there. And again, my hardware, especially when Warhammer 3 came out, was top tier. Oh,
whatever
still
kind of floats
good.
your boat. Let us know. We'll think about doing some more of these if people.
Yeah, but this was awesome.
More. But otherwise, this was shooting. This was our first battle shown live of Total War.
I hope we will see the same thing with melee and some other stuff, because this was actually really informative in an hour and a lot of gameplay.
A more casual stream next week as we wind down from the prep for all of this. But you'll see more soon. See you at Gamescom. Those of you who go there. Otherwise, we'll catch
Awesome.
you next stream. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Awesome. No, this was absolutely awesome. Like I don't even have much to say here, because we basically covered everything which there was because I was talking over them the whole time. Yay. I will probably do a condensed version of it as a video tomorrow. But it's a complete rework, and I appreciate that. Like, again, I said this a few months ago in my video, right, where I said I hope they will do this, and I got laughed at. And it seems like they have really done that, and they had to. Like, when you were going back to Total War Warhammer, right, and you were looking at Total War Warhammer, it does its thing. Does it work? Yes, it does. Because it's a medieval fantasy game with quite a bit of range combat, and I would say it sometimes strains the acceptable level of when it comes to range combat and what they are doing with the engine there, right? But for this game, if they would have just copied the Total War Warhammer stuff when it comes to range combat, and they would have been like, yeah, we just did that, that would have been a disaster. That wouldn't have been enough. That would have, like, no. I would have sat there insane, and they want this game to fail. Again, fine for what it did in Warhammer, but for a game which will probably be 70% range combat, like, let's not forget, War40K has melee combat, especially with the orcs. The Elder will probably also have like a big bunch, and even the Space Marine do a nice mix. Imperial Guard not so much, but the more we are getting more factions, of course, there will be some more melee-focused ones. And then some which are not. Imperial Guard, the Tau Empire, like, definitely not the melee specialists. They have some, but that's mostly range, right? And even like Space Marines, you could argue, they have some of their melee units, yes, but very ranged focused. Very ranged focused. So they needed to come up with something new. And they did. They did. And one of the main things, and this is the last thing I was saying, then we are wrapping it up here. This also, what they mentioned, put me at peace with the Elder. that your melee and range is now disconnected from each other. You can do both. You can even use your range weapons in melee combat. That was one of the main issues in Warhammer, right? Hybrid units. Let's be honest here, they were kind of ass because they didn't have that ability. And hey, also, did the AI just still react to the special ability he was using? Did he know that it was coming? That's a different topic for another time. But no, going back to that, like Elder, I was kind of afraid when, of course, we have to see that in action, right? We haven't seen the Elder yet, not even a glimpse. But I want to kind of see how that disconnect of melee and range will work, because for the Elder, I can see how important it is. It's already quite important for the Orcs, but I think they still would have gotten away with that with the Orcs to just say when we don't have that disconnect, it would still kind of work for them. But Elder, especially when they're zip-zapping and moving around on the battlefield, we have to see. That looks so awesome. But anyways, folks, I will wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like. And also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Total War and Warhammer 40K, of course, which we are doing here on the channel. But we are focusing very much on strategy games, management and building games. So if that is your jam, you came to the right place. And make sure to check out the videos, the live streams, which are also happening quite frequently. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye. Okay, so we'll make that a video. But seriously, folks, I'm satisfied. The Emperor is satisfied. And I will sign off here. Yeah, that's your fault. No, I wanna finish that video. I wanna do a thumbnail very quickly. I kind of already have an idea about what I want to do, and yeah, I would just do that. And for the last 15 minutes, I don't have to, you know, this fits perfectly. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I see you tomorrow for another live stream. If you're wondering what we are streaming tomorrow, thinking about a third round of GoGo Town, maybe Aqua Park. I don't know yet. We will go back to Pal World though next week. I can promise you that. There will be some Pal Worlding next week again. So, yeah, probably GoGo Town tomorrow. All right. See you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central European Time. That's 8 a.m. East Coast Time, as per usual. And with that said, have a good one. Stay safe. And I will run some ads, as per usual, at the end of the stream. Bye-bye. Ka-ching!